as I said, I don't think racism exists. Like, these are kids. Like, I've met these guys when I've been older, and they've apologized for what they've done in school as they've grown up. But it could have been anything. If they could have called me fat, or anyone. The kids will find something to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a bit of bother when I was in school a little bit. But I feel like that's made me who I am. You know what I mean? It's made me a bit stronger.
Be just a feeling.
Right, welcome to the Cre8ors Podcast. I'm Richard Beatty, and today I'm going to be talking to Lil Sago. We're in the studio. We've got Coobs with us. Obviously, he edits out all the podcast and the video stuff on the YouTube channel. It's nice to have him here as well, because I normally just do this by myself. But now that we've got we've upgraded the technology, we've got cameras over there and we've got a camera there. Say hi, Sago. There's a shot of Sago. So we've got everybody here, and we've got an interesting scenario where I actually met Sago through Coobs anyway, because friend of a friend, as it were. So it's nice to have you here, man.
Yeah, nice to be here. Yeah. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for having me in it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, just on on a business level, and because instantly I seen what you were doing. You know, the backstory with this is that Cuba. I don't know whether you emailed or you messaged or you just come in the door, but anyway, he come in and he offered his service as a videographer, and he says, do you need any videos doing? And I was like, well, actually I do. What was I doing? It was for the boogie, wasn't it? It was the boogie, and obviously my tattooing, but it was when I had off-road boogie. Did you see that boogie?
I've seen it, yeah, it's mad.
And so I was bombing about in the boogie, and I was like, I want to see what this looks like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what was going on in my head. Obviously, the tattooing and the engraving and that, it's interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But next thing, he comes in the door and he says, you know, do you want any kind of, promo vids? I'm a videographer, and do you need any promo vids or like video work?
Adverts and stuff.
Yeah. And I was like, well, yes, but I also need some other stuff. So started talking, and eventually come up with I wanted him to come and do stuff for us, but I felt that I needed him a lot of time, and he was working, you know what I mean? So it's hard to fit that sort of stuff in. Yeah. So anyway, eventually we decided the best way to deal with it would be to employ him, and then he's here all the time.
Yeah.
So he's made videos for us for the boogie, and you should maybe put that up on the YouTube channel, actually. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff that you need to go through. You need to go through my phone and have a look at all the videos on my phone. You'll be like, whoa, I bet you. So that'll be an interesting project. So anyway, I can chuck stuff like that at him. I can say to him, right, get my phone, go through. This is a real deal idea as it's happening. I want you to do this, right? Get my phone, not now, and go through the videos. You won't find anything shocking, but it should be interesting to see what. You'll be there a while, but have a scan through things, and there's a load of stuff in there that, from your point of view, you'll be like, this would make a really good video. Or you could just make a montage of my videos. That would be interesting. Do you know what I mean? But because he's here, we can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, he's very enthusiastic towards it. Like, he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
I really do. I believe
definitely.
That.
Like, if I actually done an employee of the month, he'd win it most months.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's a little compliment.
He's a legend to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't speak to him for a month, and it just feels like it's been an hour.
Well, that's what friends are about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
but
what I mean? It's,
and if there's he says it straight to my face. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. You know what I mean? And I like that.
Yeah.
It's real.
And he's got skills as well, you know. It's
definitely.
and he's an interesting, like you say, enthusiastic character. Never once has he complained about anything that I've asked him to do. And I ask him to do all sorts of bizarre shit. Just gets on and does it, and does a good job of it. So
yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that happened. And then part of his portfolio was your videos, and so that's where obviously I was, alerted to your existence, and from there, obviously, he's done a few videos for you and that, and I just like kind of watching what you're doing, and you from a musician point of view, and me from a business entrepreneurial sort of viewpoint, and both being from Carlisle, what can I do to help you? Because you're at a stage where, you're good at what you do, but like there's a lot that you don't know yet. So that's kind of was I wanted to speak to you anyway to see what we could do to help you out, and because. Just because Carlisle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm repping Carlisle because, like, it's not like obviously it's a good business move as well because, as you said, big fish, small pond.
Yeah.
I'm unique here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I grew up in Carlisle.
Yeah.
That. I'm not no sob story or anything, but it was.
Yeah, let's go back to because I want to know where you went to school and that.
I went to Morton School.
Did you?
Yeah. Before it turned to Richard Rose.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of like people from Raffles and stuff.
Yeah.
But in the first couple of years, it was a bit tough.
Yeah.
As I got older, it was easier. But obviously, like, I don't know. I think the younger generation are a lot more different. Like. But my generation was a bit, they were like, not racist because I don't actually believe in racism. I think it's just to do with intelligence or they either haven't met someone from
that's
that
a
place.
good point.
But
education.
But I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know how I can explain it. It's sort of like it's actually I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this.
Where's your parents from?
My mum was born in Edinburgh. She's Scottish.
Yeah.
And my dad's Cypriot. He's from Cyprus.
Yeah. How did they meet?
They met in Amsterdam.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
so it's amazing how like someone from somewhere, someone there. I love that shit.
My dad knew someone from, I think he was in Dumfries or something, and then went there. Then they came to Carlisle.
And your dad owns what's the pizza shop called? Is it
the Pizza Base.
Pizza Base, yeah.
Yeah.
On the
opposite the bus station. Used to be a restaurant. I forgot the name.
Opposite the bus station.
Yeah.
Used to be a club as well.
What? Where Buskers? Like was it Buskers?
That's the same building.
Yeah.
Get away.
He owns that. Yeah, he owns that. Yeah.
Right.
And there's a Polish shop there before.
Right.
And there was an ice cream shop, and they've bought that as well. But my dad's done well, like honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm the kind of person where like he does help me out, but I do kind of want to make my own way too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't really want to work in a kebab shop, so.
Yeah, and he will as well, though. I'm sure he'll be like, supporting what you're doing. And
of course, fully, 100%. Like, if I needed money, he'd give me it, but...
Yeah.
And,
so you've got someone there who's not just got a bit of money behind him. He's got knowledge in the business side of it as well. So you're in a really good position to be able to do something. You know what I mean? But
he's not artistic. Do you get me? So like whereas like say like you for example, he wouldn't do something like this. It's not. He's just straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
there's some people in business that like are just like to do one thing. You know what I mean? And so like. Let's just categorise it as cook or chef or whatever. Like your dad cooks pizzas, and that's the business that he's in, and he'll have been into cooking pizzas before he decided to open a pizza shop, or he'll have seen it as a, being part of his. He likes eating pizzas, so fuck it, I'm gonna cook them. You know what I mean, or whatever. But like. Pizzas is his hobby that he turned into a business kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if he's not doing anything else,
it's became his social life. Like it's keeping him alive as well. It's keeping him fit. Cause he's about 70, but he'd knock me out. You know what I mean? Like, he's I think if you work hard, you keep your mind busy on that.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
If you're sitting at home doing nothing, I think you're just slowly dying, you're deteriorating, innit? Yeah. So I don't know, but
No, you're right. Well, that's cool though that he's there for you that way. But yeah, I'm all over the place with what I do because you know partly crazy, but I think
crazy is not bad.
I've done well from being crazy, you know what I mean? But I think there's a fine line between being crazy and creative, and I tend to stay on the like creative people from a normal person's point of view. They might look at them as crazy, and people who everybody looks at crazy are just somebody who's created something in their head. Yeah, you know, like unless there's an actual physical. Like you got part of your brain missing, sort of physical thing. Yeah. Then really everybody's brain's the same. You just kind of wired up a little bit different, you know what I mean? But a lot of that it has to do with your thoughts, because your thoughts become things. Yeah. And
I'm a total believer in that. Like manifestation and things.
Exactly. Law of attraction. So you can actually attract being crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can actually attract being ill. You know, so just by your thoughts. So, but I think crazy people, the difference between creative and crazy is creative people make stuff that is there for all to see. Good stuff that adds to the life and other people's lives from a visual or an audio or some sort of experience type thing. You know, someone might go out and design a car and, do that. That's an experience driving that. So, like, anybody who's going out there and creating things, those are creative people, whether it's a business or art or music or a book, poetry, videos, anything. But crazy people are destructive. Yeah. What they do, they're just as powerful as creative people in the ability to create something. Yeah. But they create bad things that cause problems for other people and wreck their lives. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I can kind of sort of think of a scenario because I was working with one guy before. I won't mention names, obviously, but I felt like he was too busy trying to drag me down that he actually ruined his own success. Whereas my dad's always taught me just don't look at what other people are doing and if you just focus on what you're doing and give the customer what they want and be consistent. Don't waste energy trying to look at the opposition. Do you know what I mean? Like, Like, and I've met people that I think they could have went a lot further if they had the right attitude. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But like, see, me personally, if I met a rapper who's better than me and doing really well, I would love to learn from them. I'd love to talk to them, and I'd actually I'd let them know that I think that they're sick. You know what I mean? Like I love to see people doing well. Basically. Yeah.
And a lot of people hate to see people doing well. And this is back to what we're saying there earlier, that like people will like judge you, put you down, be jealous and all that sort of stuff. And if you're putting yourself out there in any sort of way, people have the right to judge you. Oh yeah. Some of the stuff that I say, I can't believe came out of my mouth because, I'm like right on that line between kind of crazy and creative, and I haven't got much of a filter. Yeah.
But isn't that good? Like, I think that's good. I think that's real.
That's the only way I know.
Because I'd rather be loved for what I am. I'd rather be hated for what I am than loved for what I am not. Yeah. Do you understand that? Like.
Yeah. So, like the tattoo studio, the cars, the engraving, the BMXs, the music, the podcast, the whatever the fuck else I do. Like, it's just all me doing me, and some of it, like this, is stuff that that might entertain people and people like want to listen to. A lot of people tell me my life. Sometimes I meet people and they'll tell us stuff about me I didn't even fucking know about me. And I'm like, where did you hear that? And it's stuff that's been like written and on the website and stuff that I don't know. I've not got a good memory. I forget what's on the website. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get because you just wrapped in us.
Yeah.
But one question I'd like to ask you is like obviously you're doing well, innit? You're doing well for yourself. You're happy. You're going to work happy, which is really important. Do you get people like hating? Have you ever?
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly been through that. I think to a certain extent you create that as well. You know.
I think it's a good thing. Because my dad told me one thing. He says that people don't throw stones at the tree with bad fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if obviously you know if I wasn't good, they wouldn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Yeah. People will. I mean, it's a heavy question really because like you know over the years, I've had a lot of conflict with people. You know, and I'm sure that they'll hate on me for that, do you know what I mean? And yeah. I mean, someone once says to us, we were having a chat about argumentative people, and he says, "You're quite argumentative," and I said, "No, I'm not." And so like, you know, but what I followed that up with was, I'm not argumentative. I'm just really difficult to argue with because I know my shit. Yeah. So if you're gonna come at me with like,
I can relate to
you know, badly, you know, resourced information and just kind of, then I'm gonna say something, you know.
But then again, I don't even think it's like what did you say? What did you say? They said about you. You're argumentative.
Yeah.
See, like in my opinion, like I respect someone who speaks their mind. Because if someone sat there saying to me, "Yeah, that's a really good song," and it's not, like. Like,
do you know what?
Do you understand? Like, and a lot of, like, I feel like there's a thin line between argumentative and like actually, because in my opinion, if you're saying something to someone about their work, it depends.
There's a educated conversation, isn't there? And the if you've got actual facts, then you know you are speaking the truth. But if you've got no facts, then and you're still trying to argue, you know what I mean? Then it's a tricky.
Well, I have friends that they don't know the facts, but they want to talk to me about something, which I do know about the facts because I'm interested in it and stuff.
Something that you've learnt, yeah.
And then, but I know
I think it causes what I call it X Factor syndrome when you're on about like when someone says like that song's good and it's not, right? You know, because they're not going to be honest with you or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it causes X Factor syndrome, and that's where people, you know, it can happen in anything. Oh, you're a good driver, and they're a really shit driver, you know. So if that person gets told that enough, even once is probably enough, they'll start to believe it. And so they go on and on and on, not getting any better because they already think that they're good enough. So the strive's taken out of them, and now they're kind of riding on ego, and then like they end up on fucking X Factor.
Yeah.
And then they can't sing. And obviously X Factor lot put it on there just for shock factor and for people to have a laugh at. But in that person's head on the stage, they're not acting. They think that they're good at.
Yeah.
And so I've trained a lot of apprentices now, a lot of tattoo apprentices, and I've got to tell them how it is. I can't say that's a good tattoo, that, if it's not a good tattoo, because it's going out of my shop with my fucking name on it.
Yeah.
And it's on a human being for life. You know what I mean? So what the fuck?
Yeah, of course.
I can't just like kind of, you know. So I've got to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like probably a bit too brutally honest. But
I respect that, but a lot of people don't. I think, like, a lot of people they're not open-minded.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you think you know everything, you'll never learn. Like a wise man says nothing at all. Like, if you get me, you know what I mean? Like,
listening.
Too many people that don't, like, they'll start talking before you've even explained what you're talking about and stuff, you know?
Yeah. So back to school. What were you like at school?
Oh, I was a little shit.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, yeah. I'm allowed to swear or not? Or
Gosh,
I was naughty in it, yeah. Everyone was. But I wanted to be more naughty because I was getting bullied and stuff, so I went to fit in, you know what I mean? Because obviously when I went to Morton back then, it was about 99% white English, you know?
Yeah.
So I got a bit of trouble, but as I said, I don't think racism exists. Like these are kids. Like I've met these guys when I've been older, and they've apologized for what they've done in school as they've grown up. But it could have been anything. If they could have called me fat or anyone, the kids will find something to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a bit of bother when I was in school a little bit. But I feel like that's made me who I am. You know what I mean? It's made me a bit stronger. You know what I mean? But in school, yeah, I was just a bit naughty. I didn't really like school. I was always daydreaming. I was always looking out the window and thinking about stuff I don't know. And then I was a bit of a dreamer. You know what I mean? Like, I never felt like I felt like school. I felt like school's not. Like, I don't know. I'm just not. I don't want to say too much, innit? But
say
I
what?
feel like
I
they're just conditioning us.
school,
They're conditioning
and
us.
school
I feel
hated
like
me.
Yeah,
of course it's flipping conditioning you.
They're telling you not to dream. They're telling you like they're trying to make factory workers, someone who's going to join the army, and they just want people like that. They don't want people. They don't.
My art teacher told me that I shouldn't try to be an artist. I wanted to be a car designer.
Yeah.
They said that I'll never make any money at art and to get a normal job. Like, you know what I mean?
There you
like,
go.
So schools.
I don't know if that's down to the curriculum. Like they have to tell you that.
It's not the teach. It's not the teachers.
They hate the fact that they never did something with their life.
Well, there's a lot of that as well. Because like teachers only, well, a lot of them. If you want to be a teacher, all you got to do is read a page ahead of the students.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of teachers that are out there blagging it. There's a lot of fake teachers.
Yeah.
The ones that teach a certain like say they're teaching architecture, but they've never been an architect. Just as an example, you know, like
I get
so how the fuck can you teach it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you've never built anything, then you know how can you? If you've not put pipes together, how can you teach plumbing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
there's people who do. So
I understand that fully as well.
But I come up with I like quotes. I say I'm a man of many quotes.
I like them too.
My favourite is "All we are is the result of what we have thought."
I've never heard that one before. I like that. That's
but
nice.
There's the quotes are powerful things, and I can't fucking remember why I was bringing up quotes. To be honest with you, which quote is it? I don't know. You won't know it because I haven't fucking said it. Anyway, okay, I've clean forgotten what it fucking is.
We'll talk about school. That's all.
Fuck it, man. It's fucking. it's gone. We've drifted off into something else. But that's the way the mind works, isn't it?
Sorry.
So, Morton School.
Yeah.
Getting loads of shit.
Oh yeah. My dad's a terrorist. Blah blah blah. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, it made me stronger. It made me who I am. And it made, like a lot of people they're like, how do you do this music thing? And because I've been through this in my life. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. Do you get me?
Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, but as I said, they weren't even racist. Like they were probably being bullied of someone else, and if it wasn't because I was dark skinned, it would have been because I was fat or something else. It's kids, innit? It's just it's a jungle out there.
That's the quote.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like, you can't Google experience. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Through the quotes thing, I come up with this quote.
Yeah.
You can't Google experience, and imagine that experience. You can't go on Google and say, what is it like to be like the only coloured kid in the school? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you are that.
Yeah.
Nobody can live your life, you know what I mean? And, unless you've actually had that experience, you know, Cubes is from Poland, and you'll have probably experienced. Yeah. You know? And
but like even I've got ginger friends, and they've been through it. But nothing gets done about that.
Yeah.
Why, that's racist to me. If you, I mean, isn't it?
Oh,
it's a race.
Like
I get a few ginger hairs. My mom's Scottish, so I get. I don't know if I drink too much iron brew. I don't know, but I get orange beard sometimes. But like, there's a lot of double standards in the world too that I don't like as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, you could say anything about a ginger, but you can't say something about. Do you know what I mean? Like that's technically a race. That's racism.
Yeah, absolutely. And the well, I mean, look at what's going on with censorship and comedians and
I mean, political correctness is just
it's gone crazy,
and it's making it worse. And
that I don't know, like it's hard to understand what is actually happening right now. But the fucking media's doing all sorts of mad shit, and you know, fucking hell. Like you can have like different coloured rainbows now. You know what I mean? There's like there's people who are making claims to like going on a rainbow, and they've changed the fucking colours.
Yeah.
And they're still calling it a rainbow. It's not a rainbow anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's something else. It's like some colour. Rainbow's a rainbow. You know what I mean? And I don't get why people can't just accept people for who they are, what they are, and like fucking. But you know, when you're changing things to, you don't have to define yourself as something to feel accepted. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Just fucking get on with everybody. I don't give a fuck where you're from or where he's from.
In it though. Yeah.
You know,
so
or
true.
what you fucking like or what you don't like. I don't understand why people do. I'm too busy being me to be worrying about what other people are. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's a crazy world, and it seems to be getting a bit worse. But
it is. I think they're trying to divide us. Do you understand that? Like, for example, like Black Lives Matter, right? Like, that's funded by a white guy, for one. And also, I don't understand why the colour should be even in that sentence. Like, I just think lives matter. And I feel like when you say Black Lives Matter, again, we're like, it's separate. Why are we separating each other like that? Like, why are we separating each other because of colour? I don't understand, because... Like me, I was raised by a Scottish woman. I was born in Carlisle. I'm a Carlisle lad. Do you know what I mean? It's got nothing, like my genetics has got nothing to do with my character. You understand? Like, so I kind of feel like they'd rather us, it's divide and conquer really, innit? Like, I'm not a big fan of the government. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean?
Well, I think I'm similar sort of fence really. Like, there's so much lies going on at the minute.
There is, yeah. And then I think the biggest weapon in the world right now is a TV camera, the media. Yeah, I just don't like double standards. You know what I mean? Like, I just think we're all equal in it. Like, as you said, everyone's got their own talents. Everyone's got their own little ability. You know what I mean? Abilities to do whatever they want, and I fully support anyone. Like, one thing that really annoys me is when they're going about cultural appropriation. Like, I don't really understand that. Like, why is that offensive?
What the fuck is that?
Well, basically, so it's like a white guy can't have dreadlocks. All right. But he can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking, I can't believe it.
Do you get me though? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, Vikings.
Thing?
I'm sure they're.
It's just crazy.
I think. But I feel like.
What if someone says to me like, you can't like do that sort of art? You've got to do that sort of art. Like, I just want to do. I don't know, people, and it's a fucking crazy world. But I think what we're doing and what you're doing, you know, you get to. I get people come in and say, right, I want you to tattoo this.
Yeah.
And I've got to work with that and make it the best I can. Some cases they just say like, do what you want, you know, and or I have an idea and I'm like, right, I want to do this, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where I like to be in the creating, not the copying, but with that art can come a message. In a decaying society, art, if it is truthful, must also reflect decay.
Okay.
And unless it wants to break faith with its social function, art must show the world as changeable and help to change it. So that was Ernest Fisher.
Okay.
It's
a bit of a one for me to get my head around.
Yeah, but so in a decaying society, think about this, right? Yeah. In a decaying society, we have got a fucking decaying society.
Yeah.
Art, if it is truthful, and we're talking about art, musical art.
Yeah.
Art, if it is truthful, must also reflect decay.
Okay.
And unless it wants to break faith with its social function, art has a social function. The first time I heard this quote, I was like, holy shit, art has got a social function.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that. It has got a job to do.
Like, as in sort of like, do you mean like politically or?
Socially.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, playing music at a party makes people dance. It has a function of entertaining people in some way.
Okay.
It has a function of inspiring people.
Yeah.
It has a
So like even like movies and stuff. And, any art.
Any art it's part of its job. It has a function, and its job is to mentally stimulate the population.
Yeah.
Right? It actually, I just didn't realise that it had a fucking job. Do you know what I mean? I never thought. That's kind of cool when you think about it. It's got a social function.
It is, but I think at the same time, it's very dangerous too. In the wrong hands, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, like give fucking...
they're trying to normalise
politicians a bloody microphone and, you know, they're going to cause chaos, you know?
I mean, you know, like... You'll get more time in jail for selling drugs than being a paedophile, for example. Like, we're living in a society like that, which I do not understand. You know? I'm not saying that I don't condone selling drugs, but people want to buy drugs. You understand that? You know what I mean? But people don't want to get rid. No. You know what I mean? So,
but again, that's another like totally disjointed thing, isn't it? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, how can you get more time for selling a bit of weed or whatever than fucking paedophile?
I think because that's the people who make the rules. You know, it suits them, innit? I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean?
You're saying they're in the same club? Well, this is it. You just don't fucking know. A lot of it's been proved that they are. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of them that are in that fucking club, and it's well documented.
I mean, like, obviously, like you might be shocked by this. I don't know or not, but I would much rather have Trump still in office than this new guy. Like, obviously, like, you know, he said a couple of like racist things, but I think I don't know. I don't think Trump was racist. I think that he knew what a lot of what the American people wanted to hear. Maybe, I don't know, to get the votes. I'm not too sure. I'm not very like big on politics, like, but. I just feel like the world, like, nothing's coincidence. And lately, it's going mad. It's going mad.
The game's rigged, and Biden's just one of the fucking pawns in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who's this guy? You know what I mean?
We're getting played. He's getting played.
I mean, in my head, Vladimir Putin, all of them are together, partying, having a laugh. You know what I mean? Well, we're like. I mean, it's getting to the point.
It's all the same club.
It's just ridiculous, huh? It's ridiculous. Like, but I'll give you another example. I used to make quite like political music and that when I started. So I was about 13. I started like making I was into politics and stuff because I always got bullied because of 9/11, yeah. And I found out these conspiracy theories and all. I looked into it and that, and I thought, you know, because I was terrified to go and play. I was only about 8 when that happened there.
Which was this the Twin Towers?
Yeah. So I started making quite political music. No one cared at all. As soon as I started saying bad bitch, this and that, everyone cares. Like, it's sort of like I felt like I had to sell my soul to even get noticed. If you understand that, which is quite sad. Because I've always felt like rap, any rock and stuff like that. I've always been quite like expression of.
Like this is what
what
people want to hear, you know, like because that's what they think is the norm, and that's what they think they should be listening to. So like you conformed. I've got the exact same problem with tattooing. I can create a unique piece of art that I've fucking took ages fucking drawing, and you know, and boom, make what I think is an amazing tattoo, and let's just say it gets like fucking, you know, 30 fucking likes on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'll do a portrait of Jack Nicholson that everybody's seen, like loads of portraits of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And so and people go fucking sick for it. They're like, yeah, that's fucking cool. I'm like, no, it's not cool. I haven't created any art. I've just fucking done the same thing, fucking, you know, copied something. I've not done anything, and it pisses me off.
You're right. I totally understand that, yeah.
So, like, you kind of... It's hard to be unique and stand out and carry that message. So, but back to the social function, you know, what we do, and you more so than me, can guide people and put ideas in their heads, you know, because, you know, words are a lot more malleable than a tattoo as far as conveying a message. So you can say stuff Well, you could have a tattoo of like a crucifixion, yeah, and it shows like, and it's kind of in that image, it shows the that story that's related to it, but it can't then talk about what was on telly the night before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like you can go from one line talking about that, or even one word crucifixion, to then fucking Coronation Street. There's a challenge.
Yeah, man. But that's what I mean. And I think Coronation Street, like, for example, that, I feel like that's social conditioning. Like, they're trying to show us a norm. I might be crazy, but...
Do you watch telly?
I used to.
Yeah?
Not much anymore.
You don't have much time for it. Do you watch telly?
I watch a lot of Netflix and stuff, but mainly, I watch YouTube videos on how to, like, improve my, like, music. How to promote it, how to get it out there more.
Yeah.
I try not to waste time. I used to watch a lot of TV. I don't really play games either. I'll play the odd game on my computer. I like a bit of strategy in that. It's quite calming.
Yeah.
Quite relaxing for me to do that. But I'm not. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of TV, but I just feel like it's a bit like, I don't know, the normalized. There's always cheating. There's always drama, and I feel like the world's just becoming more like that, more like that, more like that, and it's not just here.
Where the tension goes, energy flows, and when you're watching shit like that, that sort of shit fucking happens in your life.
Yeah.
Because it's law of attraction.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so like if you're thinking about fucking disasters on the telly, you're gonna have like fucking disasters in your life. You know what I mean? And if you're thinking about, so if you're on YouTube and you're watching business stuff and you're watching stuff how to grow your business, grow your skill set, then you know, websites, whatever, webinars, podcasts. There's lots of different ways to get information now, but if you're doing that, that will also become like your life. So, and you'll improve in all that direction. But you'll attract more knowledge. You'll attract more skills. So, or you could attract more fucking drama. You know what I mean? Like, I've not watched telly in 15 years. Well, I've not switched one on to watch it in 15 years.
I'm not going to lie, I'm the same. Like, if anything, it's Netflix. I was like, I watched Squid Game. I thought that was alright. I enjoyed that. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I'm not watching it.
I enjoyed it. It was something different, but mostly it's just there for background noise while I'm... Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. So, I used to go to the movies, and I remember I used to watch a film when I was little and think, I want to be a soldier, I want to be this, I want to be that. And I realised how effective that was to me. Yeah. It's almost like MK Ultra kind of stuff, if you know what I'm saying? Like,
it probably
propaganda.
Is. It probably is part of MK Ultra.
Hollywood was made by the American Army, and there's something about that, like CIA or something, some mad stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, that whole thing's just like that. I mean,
madness. I don't want to talk too much about that.
Yeah, that's mad shit. But like, there's mad shit going on in the world, and then there's like next level fucking mad shit. It just keeps on going. There's a level after that, bound to be. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like we're living in a very interesting time right now. Like, if you think like how much the world's changed in the last 50 years. And like even like every year now, it's just excelling. Do
you know what? When I was a kid, like there was things that I wanted to be. I said when I was 8, I wanted to be a car designer, but I kind of always wanted to be an inventor as well. Like, and there was a time in my life when, and I wanted to drive a wrecking ball as well. But there was a time in my life when I was like, do you know what? I wish I'd lived in the, like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, because that was the time where like massive inventions happened, you know what I mean? And like fucking the industrial age, and there was a lot of things that we've got now created back then. And like there hasn't been a lot of stuff there's been a gap because we've been able to use all the stuff that was created for years and years and years. And I thought I've missed that opportunity to be an inventor. But then I realised that everything that made is fucking obsolete now, so it needs reinvented. It
does,
so like everything needs fucking changing. Things are fucking changing, and I think we're in a massive transitional stage, like, because at the end of the day,
humans are evolving on some.
But so have machines, and
I feel like that's what we're gonna.
The mechanisation of things is gonna go to the next level, you know.
I'm a bit worried if we end up with a robot police and robot armies with no emotions, you know what I mean? I'm a bit worried about that. And it's a bit creepy when I see them videos of the...
I know, they're totally creepy.
Like, obviously, I'm fascinated. It's amazing that we can do that. That's amazing.
But
why would you create something that will it's going to be smart enough to realize that we are the problem on this planet.
Yeah, we are the virus.
Yeah,
like we've got
the planet's a blood cell, and we are the cancer.
We've got a T-shirt that says we are the virus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when all this COVID shit came out and that. Yeah. It's not fucking COVID's not the virus. We are fucking the virus on this planet, and everything else can be fucking secondary after that. We're the main virus. Yeah, we're wrecking the place.
Yeah,
you know, and we're parasites.
But is it really us, or are we brainwashed to be like that by them? Do you know what I mean? Like. Like the car that's run by water, get rid of it because the
exactly. I was going to say
dollar's backed by oil.
It's not so much people that are the problem. It's gross, out of control capitalism. Yeah, like and division. You know, this is our country. That's your country. Yeah, you keep your shit. We'll keep our shit. Borders. Yeah. You know, like fucking. All the world's resources should be the property of all the world's people. Yes. And then a distribution network for all those resources to be split out, and then everybody would have enough of everything. Yeah, it would create abundance.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, they're looking for water on Mars when there's kids with no water here, which is out of my. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why would you look for water on another planet when there's people without water here? I get it though as well, but
would it not be? I mean, look at the amount of water that's on the fucking planet. Yeah. Is it right? Come on.
Is it? I think maybe.
Let's hang on a minute. Let's have a look at that, right? Because we've got a lot of water on the Earth, haven't we? Yeah. So they think that it's they want to go to Mars to look for water. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's so much that they just want to find water on Mars. They don't want to bring it here, but like. We shouldn't have water problems, because transporting water up to Mars would be a pain in the ass. It would be handy if it already had water, you see. That's what they're kind of getting at there. But if there wasn't water there, they would have to take a load to trigger. Yeah. They'd be better off making a pipe. But anyway, water shortages on this planet. Yeah. Everyone's surrounded by fucking water. Yeah. You're telling me that they can fucking send spaceships to the moon and fucking do all this amazing shit, but they can't filter salt out of seawater? Yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? Desalination.
Well, I think actually Israel does that. I've looked at Israel does it.
Yeah,
they actually do that.
So,
but obviously they're not doing it for Africa. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Why haven't? It's just because we've got this and you've not got anything. Yeah. Ha ha. That's what's going on.
One thing that winds me up is the Queen's saying, "Oh, we'll pray for the kids in Africa," while she's sat on jewels and gold from Africa. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what you know about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Like obviously, I just think that's a bit strange. She's telling us to pray for Africa while wearing jewels that are taken from Africa. Do you know what I mean?
And emphasis on the word "taken" as well. Yeah, because you didn't give her it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the same time, obviously, in these tribes, the chiefs were selling their people too. They weren't taking slaves and stuff as well, which is a lot of. You know what I mean?
When they realised it was a business and they could make money out of it.
They were selling their own people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's slaves been in every single race. Like the Romans had.
We're all slaves now.
Exactly, mate. Yeah. Exactly, mate.
It was slaves that built that fucking wall. Hadrian's Wall. Yeah. People go on about, look at this, isn't it amazing? Yeah. But they don't talk about it was built by slaves. You know what I mean? It wasn't built by the great Romans. No, you know. But they were busy whipping the slaves.
The Romans were obsessed with Egypt, innit? You know what I'm saying? But there's one thing I will say, is that I've just lost it like you did.
Shit just fucking melts out of your brain sometimes, doesn't it?
What I was going to say, it was something to do with the.
We're on about fucking wars in Egypt and Romans and.
I'll remember it.
Yeah, it'll come to you. So, writing music. When did you start writing music? You said you were 13 when you started rapping.
Recorded the first time. Writing. Right. I used to write poems in school and that. I know about 9, 10 years old. I used to enjoy rhyming words and stuff. And then when I was about 13, I had a MSN. You know MSN. Yeah. A little MSN microphone. I'd get a speaker. Record it. and record my voice with the speaker and little tunes and that. They were awful. But like that's how it started.
Yeah.
But then I met a girl when I turned about 16. Yeah, she wasn't really fully supportive. She was embarrassing and stuff. It held me back in it. So if I could give people any advice, is like don't let anyone hold you back if it's your dream, innit?
Yeah.
If they're really down for you, they're gonna push you towards that dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
get people like that around you that'll try and pull you back. Like they're everywhere. Dream stealers. You know, they say, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that.
I remember what I was gonna say now.
Go on.
I don't like the fact that the world seems to think that white people have to apologize for slavery as well. I don't understand that because, for example, like if Cooper's dad killed someone, you wouldn't blame Cooper, would you?
No.
So you're not even we ain't even relate to these people. And then, so what is that about?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I think we can.
I think they just want to divide us, and that's
No, absolutely. It's all part of it.
White people are allowed to be, like, you know what I mean? There's not. I don't know. I feel like it's on purpose, though, isn't it? It's so to get like white people angry in it, and then get the black people angry and get. You know what I mean?
That's it's all part of it. You know, we're all human beings.
Yes.
It's why cars have bumpers and pencils have rubbers. We're all human and we all make mistakes.
Exactly.
But like that was their mistakes.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, even if they were alive now, they would have probably fucking turned around and go, do you know what? That was actually a mistake. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it certainly wasn't us. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. And to be honest, like most people, like they were poor. You know what I mean? They were poor. They weren't.
Well, it's fucking different.
These were
different
rich people in it back then. Yeah. But
it's the same thing now. Though. Look at them. You know, like they're just playing a different game. It's all the same game, right? But you know when you're playing a game and you get to the end of level baddie, and then what happens next? You go up to the fucking next level. Do you know what I mean? There's just multiple levels of this game, and it's spread out over time. You know, I think that like people who play games are missing out on the best game in the world. You know, no console required.
Yes.
You know, like look at the fucking multiple levels that we've got.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna fucking come around the corner. Big baddies or fucking the rewards and fucking whatever else. So like, you know, I seen that videos that you made with the Grand Theft Auto characters.
Is that your one? You see him?
Oh right, yeah. That's a cool idea. That
cool.
You know what I mean? And
you need to get with the tattoos and everything. If you could do that, that was sick in it. If you get that kind of stuff's cool to me. Like that's awesome.
Games are fascinating. It's getting to a level where you can almost like virtual reality and all that sort of stuff. And you were on about goggles before. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't beat this game that we've got given, like the tokens are gold coins, the tokens are, pound notes. The tokens are experiences, So, there's a lot of rewards in this game, but there's also a lot of like baddies and challenges and things that you've got to get over and puzzles that you've got to work out and. So like we'd live in the best fucking game ever, and people are like fucking sat playing on consoles.
I know. I haven't had a console for what 8 years now.
Yeah, it just blows my mind. And like the ones that are out there playing the game of life, they're the ones that are creating things, and the ones that are sat on the consoles, they're like creating nothing.
Yeah.
But that's how they want us as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just another form of suppression.
Like I said, they don't really want us to think outside the box. Like from early, they're trying to teach you. They reward you on your memory and being able to repeat what you're told and to believe that. In a sense, I feel like you can't test a monkey and a fish. Who's gonna climb the tree better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we're all unique. We've all got different things to bring to this world.
And back to school, this is where I think school has a big problem. Like, school didn't know what to do with me.
Okay.
Because I didn't fit. I was just doing my own thing,
Yeah.
Like, last year in art, that when they said to put wellies and some binoculars and stuff on the table and says, right, draw that. And I just drew naked women covered in tattoos. And that was what I submitted at the end of the year, you know what I mean? And I just didn't fit in, but it didn't mean that I wasn't a good artist, but I got a D in art. You know what I mean?
To me, I think that, like, that's what separates the winners from the losers. You know, you did what you wanted to do. You understand that?
Only dead fish go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I've always went against the flow. You know, like
I mean, like you're gonna live on your knees basically. You die on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I totally agree with you on that, like fully.
So you got to do your own thing. So Rivers, my daughter, she's 10, and because you're a rapper and she's at that age where she's starting to, you know, listen to music and all that sort of stuff, and she does her TikToks and she's got her social media accounts and that. She that I keep an eye on her, obviously. I think she's not on TikTok. She's actually Instagram, but anyway. So she's got a couple of questions for you. That's. So she's got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
What is your favourite thing about being a rapper and why?
Okay, my favourite thing about being a rapper is being able to express myself and people actually listening. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my favourite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you a platform, doesn't it? To,
well, if I'm standing in the middle of town shouting stuff, they're going to think I'm off my head.
Yeah.
But it gives you a platform to sort of send a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got another answer to it too, and it's just how could I say? Honestly, my brain, honest to God, it was there a second ago. I'm awful at this.
We'll come back.
What was the question? Ask me the question again. Sorry.
What is your favourite thing about being a rapper and why? First of all, having a platform to say what you want to say, and
it's given me a lot of confidence in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It takes me out of depression. If I don't make music, I feel like I'm wasting my talent.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm doing something. My family are proud of it, which makes me feel good too.
Yeah.
And then just even like when I hear feedback from like the youngers and that, because when I was growing up around here, like no one was inspiring me. You know what I mean? And I've got all these young people like, I want to start rapping this and that. That makes me happy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just
inspiring people, passing it on,
open their mind a bit. Like you can anything's possible if you put your mind to it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's all of those are good answers, aren't they? I think. I mean, there's bound to be loads of stuff that's
obviously it's
you know, like from an ego point of view, from potentially money point of view, that sort of stuff. But
freedom as well. If I was to make money, the freedom I get from it, because I could do it anywhere in the world.
Yeah, same as tattooing. Like I could just like pitch up anywhere.
Yeah.
If I could go on holiday and make enough money to pay for the holiday, and you know, I'd love to do that. I'd love to go and like tattoo in like Ibiza or Magaluf or something, you know, just tattooing stupid stuff on people's asses for flipping a couple of days and literally pay for the holiday, you know. It's just for the crack, you know. I would I should look for.
I mean, you'd probably have you never been anywhere like that doing that? Obviously, my dad's Cypriot on the Greek side. Yeah, he's Iron Upper in it. I was working there for a month and I got some mad tattoos when I was there as well.
My mate had a tattoo studio in Cyprus.
Is it?
So I don't know whereabouts it was, but shout out to Andy Murphy there. So right, how long has music been part of your life?
Yeah, since I was
13. Or before?
Yeah, about 4, 5, 6 years old. My dad used to always play Boney M.
Right.
In the car. I used to love that Boney M. I don't know why.
Well, it's like
I've always
your
liked
parents brainwash you with this stuff, don't you? I was brought up on country and western music. My mum had a radio show on Radio Cumbria.
Is it? Yeah.
She was like a co-host, and it was a country and western radio show.
Yeah.
So I got brought up with country and western music.
Yeah.
And then I discovered like Iron Maiden, which was completely, you know, different, and then AC/DC, and then later got into dance music. Yeah. But and that's where I've stayed for, you know, like decades since. You know, that was kind of teens, late teens, I guess, was when I discovered dance music, and then that's been me ever since.
I'd say I was about the same. Yeah. When I got into house and that, dance, especially house.
Yeah.
I like that. I used to actually listen to like System of a Down and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a
we've all got this musical journey until we find something that kind of.
But like, I don't look at the genre. I like, if I like that song, I like that song.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Simple.
Like, yeah.
I hate people who like put themselves in boxes and stuff. It's like, like.
So I was wondering about this. Like, you know, you're very kind of hippity hoppity sort of. I don't know what the term would be. It's kind of like modern rap, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's it's not grime. But it's just got a different feel to it. You know, it's not West Coast. It's not this. It's not that. It's not the other. But like, I like a bit of drum and bass.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking love a bit. of drum and bass.
Me too.
And like, have you ever done anything over drum and bass? Because that's an MC area as well. Do you know what I mean?
I actually started off MCing because that's what everyone was doing in Carlisle, house parties and that. But it was a donk music and stuff then.
Yeah.
Drum and bass, I love that. I'm into all that. Yeah.
So
to be honest, I could rap over Mozart and make it happen. Like I don't know. I love music and it.
So like that, I'd just be interested to hear that. Like, you know, like maybe like that would be something that you could look at doing.
Yeah.
Just a drum and bass track because it's different. Do you know what I mean? And like your stuff's quite down tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, like kind of chilled and that. And
yeah.
So like, you know, just drum and bass is a totally different
Mix
vibe.
it up a bit, yeah.
If I listen to drum and bass when I'm tattooing, I tattoo faster.
Yeah. I'm the same. I drive faster.
Yeah.
I end up getting parking tickets because I've got it on. Do you know what I mean? But
so if it wasn't for your music, where do you think you'd be now?
Right now.
Apart from here. Because if it wasn't for your music, you might not be
So what do
here.
you mean? Like what do you mean? Sorry. What?
So like, if you didn't have music in your life, like as
So if I didn't want to do it,
if there was something, let's put it another way.
Okay.
If there was something else that you could do other than music, what would it be? Like, what would be your next thing to do? Like, would you start a business? Would you go into the pizza industry? Would you I mean,
to be honest with you,
a lot of people would think that you would be in a pizza shop, running your own pizza shop, maybe, or you know, like.
I definitely have the skills to do it.
Yeah.
My dad's he's taught me well how to do it.
Yeah.
But my heart's not in it. But
Yeah.
if it was my business for my family, I'd do that.
Yeah.
But personally, I'd probably be doing what Cuba's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in media.
in the
I did media
technical
studies
side
in
of it.
school and that everything. Like like even asking himself, I love to be there when he's editing the videos and that. I love to get involved in that. Like anything that's artistic, but like job wise. When I was younger, I always wanted to work in an airport. I don't know why. That was just a really strange thing.
Right.
I don't know. I'd like to. I'm entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of like what you are.
Just like
What you are doing.
just looking for business opportunities and like jumping on them.
Yeah, I mean with the music and that, it just started off as a way to like let out my basically take all that negative energy to create positive memories. That's like always my motto in my head. Like take anything negative, instead of going beating someone up, I'll make a song. You know what I mean? Because I feel like success is the best revenge. That's it fully.
My daughter Ashley writes songs and plays music and that, and she you know, I think that's where a lot of people get the inspiration from their own life, because again, you can't Google experience, can you?
No.
So you can't. It's hard to write about somebody else's experience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's much easier to write about your own. So I think a lot of people do that. You know what I mean?
I could never buy lyrics, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I could never get a ghostwriter, no matter how famous I got, because my passion is doing the writing too.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. Like I'm not doing it for.
And so then, like, what message are you putting in it? Like, what is your, you know, if you could sum up all of your stuff, what would it be about? What's the theme?
Well,
is it bitches and, you know?
Nah. Like I said before earlier, when I wasn't chatting about that, no one cared.
Yeah.
I realised that when I chatted about that, I got attention.
Yeah.
Like so, but like Trigger, for example, you know, like I'm talking about political things, but I'll slide it in a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be too thingy, but I've got to the point where I want to make music where people want to play it again, and make them. I want people to feel happy. I want to see people dancing. I want people to like think that they like open their mind. If that makes sense.
So like, just a suggestion as to like, so, you know, because you know it, because you understand it, the law of attraction. If you were to start speaking about that, rapping about that.
Well, actually, in my latest tunes, I've been doing that. Actually,
yeah, you know what I mean. Instead, like, you know, I guess like the whole, you know, like they say the bitches and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not necessarily negative, but it's not empowering to anybody, especially bitches.
No.
So, you know, to create more empowering music and maybe passing on the message of like how the law of attraction works, and you know, like to have that in there. This is where in a decaying society, art, if it is truthful, must also reflect again. I
feel like I'm evolving towards what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I had to get the people to like me first.
Yeah.
Now that a lot of like young ones, they're messaging me saying, "You're really good. This is sick. When's the next one dropping?"
Aye.
I feel like I can influence them now. Whereas if I just came in and started chatting politics, they're not interested.
Yeah.
But do you get me? I don't want to be a politician, but I want people to know that anything is possible for them too.
Do you think there's like an age thing where like until you're older, you won't impress older people because older people don't want to be impressed by a younger person because they might feel like I can't, you know what I mean? Like I'm ahead of him, not like you think, you know, like
which is very strange.
So like ageism, ageism. That's a fact. That's fucking ageism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, what I'm saying is, will your fan base always be of a younger generation to you? And when you're 30, will your fan base be in the 20s? You know what I mean?
Mostly I think of, what if I have a daughter one day?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So
yeah, but I've got to be honest. Like I was playing some of your stuff before, and then then my daughter came in, and I was like, oh shit, like you know what I mean?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, you know, it's stuff that you don't really want like to. All I'm saying is some of your music that I've listened to like isn't really the sort of stuff that I would want my 10-year-old daughter listening to.
And I would not either. I wouldn't want my nephews hearing it too.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like the latest stuff I've been writing, like, is bang on what you're saying right now about this whole attracting positive energies, manifestation of your own reality.
That's where I think that's where it's at, because
empowerment
look at the
itself.
Look at the world.
I want to do it in a commercial way, so it's sort of like it's
hard.
Obvious.
It's hard.
Do you understand?
But yeah, I
don't feel proud of it. Like obviously, my dad, my dad comes from a Muslim background, so if my family sing, like if they sing the videos and stuff, they wouldn't be very happy about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, like, do you know what you should do? Show them and get a reaction video.
I know.
Oh fuck!
I was thinking actually doing that. You know, I was thinking of doing stuff like that. It would be quite funny, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm not proud of it. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, but for years I tried and no one cared until it was about bitches.
Yeah.
But then I don't see women as bitches, because the more I do that, then how can I complain about my girlfriend or wife becoming a bitch?
Yeah.
Or I don't. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, you
just
it
doesn't sit right with me in my soul. That like, you know what I mean. But sometimes it's like, I don't know. I get little kids messaging me, and I'm like, "Look, man, like, don't." Like, he's on about like,
don't listen to this one, and like,
I'm saying to him like it's all fake, man. I'm like, it's all. It's like a movie, Quentin Tarantino or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not killing people, but he's making movies, in it. Is that like
Yeah.
I don't. This is why I use the word trigger as well, because I think that, you know,
I heard.
I didn't really want people going around saying them words, you know what I mean? I just like, it's a normal thing, because I don't really say it or anything.
I heard you say like gangster, and then I also or gang, and then I heard you talking about like gang stuff, and did you say something about like it means something different to you? Where did I hear that?
So maybe I posted it on Facebook. Yeah.
Ah, right,
what a gangster is.
Yeah. And you've got a kind of different view. It's a little bit like, you know, people saying that rainbows are different colours, but like, you know, like,
I feel like this whole gangster agenda they're pushing is like just, So it's like Scarface, for example. Yeah, they're trying to show you a message there. They're trying to show you that like if you do that, it's gonna end bad.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people just take it as I want to be Scarface.
Yeah.
They don't look at.
So do you? Because you seem to have a different definition for the word gang. To me, like gang is like a group of people acting as one and having this, but being a little bit lawless at the same time.
I see that.
You know, like, but you know,
lower
levels of organised crime would be, you know, like a comparison to gang. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like for me, gang is like Cuba's part of my gang. You know what I mean? Like,
so a gang is a group.
As I said, like in my post, like I feel like this gang, this violence and drug selling is desperation. It's not. Most of these people are they're not proud of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, obviously, I'm not making no excuses for them. Anyone can make it out this way.
You're right, though. We do have like our friends are our gang. What that gang does is either good or bad. It's like saying like all bullets are bad. You know, like and it's a gang, innit? It's what they do with that group of people. And the same as like your gang can be like a fucking good gang. Do you know what I mean?
Like for example, I don't know if he existed, but Jesus had a gang. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, he had a gang of people around. I don't know. I felt like, you know, like when I was saying that, I was like, I don't mean it in that way. I don't want to glamorize that. No.
Sounds like we're going to see a change in your music. Right, we'll take a quick break to take this.
It is
download the memory stick out of the roadcaster. It's been a long one, this, but it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't really matter about the time because, like, with this we can upload as much time as we want. You know what I mean? So, there's no like kind of limit, or it has to be an hour or anything like that. And also, I was saying to you before when we were through the front there, you said about starting your own podcast.
I've been interested in some kind of thing like that.
Yeah. You know, like you could be interviewing rappers. Do you know what I mean? And like, again, it's another platform to just put yourself out there and tell your story, and other people to tell their story. And you know, you could actually be like, you know, like doing your music on your podcast. You know, it's got its qualities about it. For instance, one thing is, when you're listening to a podcast, you do not have to have your phone switched on. It runs in the background. Whereas YouTube is killing your battery. When you're driving along, you ain't watching YouTube. So people don't watch YouTube while they're driving. Do you know what I mean? They're too tempted to look at the fucking screen. Podcasts, it's just audio. You just listen to it. Do you know what I mean?
I listen to a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, YouTube has its place, you know, for your videos and stuff, but just for audio, which you are heavily audio based, a podcast would be a good idea. So I do have like server space to be able to run multiple channels. So if you want to do a podcast and you come in here, you rent the room, Cuba edits it all for you and blah blah blah, and you know you can easily have a podcast if you want one. So we've got one last question from Rivers. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Oh, man.
Silith, Silith's quite
It's got some good questions.
Like a holiday destination, Saudi Arabia, you know, like
festival.
Yeah,
like party in a park or something.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, Kendall calling even.
No, but anywhere in the world though.
In the world.
Surely what do you mean? You're gonna go somewhere warm.
You mean by city, like
like country or like you know, if you were gonna put on a concert, right? If you're putting on a Lil Sago concert, would it be America?
In Miami or something?
Yeah,
like that,
that would be pretty.
Super Bowl, like the one they just had with like 50 Cent.
Mad that, you know,
Yeah, that'd be mental.
Miami maybe.
Yeah.
LA maybe, something like that.
Do you think that it's like where you'll end up? Would you like to end up in going, you know, getting big in America sort of thing? That's everybody's dream, is it not?
Depends, innit? I think I'm happy if I could just even make $100,000 a year off music, innit?
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to go somewhere and like not have people saying, "Oh, it's him."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to be like Kanye West famous.
Aye.
I'm ambitious, but I feel like I'd be more like 50 Cent, where if I got the money, I'd start investing in actual like stuff. Like yeah. Do you get me?
Yeah, there's loads of different ways to make money. So like obviously a lot of once you've made somewhere, you can
this
invest
is the thing, isn't it? Like with the
else.
hashtag as well. The hashtag doesn't even just have to apply to music, does it?
So CA on the map, and like you can find that on Facebook and Instagram and
it doesn't really mean anything. Well, it does, but it's not restricted to music, is it? You know what I mean? Like there could be someone with mad talent. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything.
It's just about putting Carlisle on the map.
Yeah, it's about showing the world that we exist, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Which is the reason that the podcast exists. It's just to help showcase people doing stuff.
It's like a total flip reverse of how I grew up, because I felt like when I grew up, I wasn't fitting in, and all of a sudden, like, I don't know, I feel like I fit in. I feel like people are like, I don't know. I feel like I've done something.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's why you sat here.
I've took the negative things, and I've tried to just use them as my advantage. Like I used to think, I'm from Carlisle, this and that. That's what makes me unique. That's what makes me different. Because I'm not rapping about stabbing people. We don't do that here. I'm not rapping about guns. I'm not rapping like that. So that actually makes me unique as a rapper. I think I used to think it was my downfall, but it's not.
Yeah, positive from a bizarre negative.
And I'd like to appeal to people who do 9-to-5 jobs. I want to appeal to them. Because how many people are actually on the road killing people?
I think Dolly Parton done that with that song 9 to 5. Every grafting person on the planet was like, and that.
Do you know what I mean? Though, like it's like comedians. Like you laugh when you resonate with them, innit? Like when you get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, I want people to smile and press replay, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's difficult though, isn't it? And different. Again, if you at the minute you're saying that like younger kids are liking your stuff.
Yeah. Like not too young. Like I think like I'd say between about 13 and 20.
Yeah.
That age group.
Yeah.
They're totally different from my generation.
Yeah.
So I'm nearly 20. I'm 28. You know what I mean? So
I guess if you started like kind of rapping about stuff that like they didn't understand at all, I don't even know they understand. So it's them that like wants the bitches and the.
It seems to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if they didn't understand it, if you started going on about politics, they might be like, "Fucking hell, that's straight out the top of my head."
They don't care. But like.
Do you think there's like an element of they do actually care what you're saying, or that like they just like it because it's got bitches and shit in it? Because like I know a lot of people don't even listen to the music that they play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the melody these days.
And it's just
and how you flow on it, how you bounce on that beat. They're not listening to what you're actually saying.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of that.
Like there's a lot of it's like I don't know, like everything's about sex and everything's about this and that and.
So on the map, like, so that could be for any artist that wants to, or creator that wants to put something on the map. Yeah. Could businesses use that hashtag? Why not? Yeah, businesses I think could use that hashtag.
Like, for me, it's like right. A lot of people think that like he's just like it's just for him and that. Nah, it's like it actually makes me feel good when I get people telling me like I'm inspired by you. That makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Like I'm like basically. And anyone like you could have someone who's an actor, or I don't know, bloody break dancer. Still see it on the map, innit? Yeah. I can't. Like even you see it on the map, innit? You're doing things, innit? You could easily sit back and just make good money. You trying to do something, yeah? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been putting Carlisle on the map for a long time.
And I think that's why you, like I felt that when you messaged me, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've been putting myself out there for years with the cars, and you know, obviously, like I climbed to the top of that industry, and I was quite famous for what I did, and then like I've done the tattoos, and I've been, you know, for that. Like, have you seen that tattoo that I done that went viral?
Can you show me that?
Yeah.
Got it on you?
You wanna, like, you're gonna have to hit a Google and Oh shit, man! What would you search? I can I will show you it on here though. Like just put in let's try crazy tattoo, crazy chest tattoo. It's got to be there.
I've just typed in funny tattoo.
That, what, you did that?
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen that, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Everybody's
that,
seen it. Everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
Because it's.
Yeah, that's mad, you know.
It's fucked so many people's shit up, you know, and they look at it and they're like, "What the fuck?" So
it's sick, innit?
it keeps on ending up in these galleries of often, bad tattoos, like.
But it legit looks real.
Yeah, because it's his head.
It sort of like a message as well? Is it sort of like, is that your brain controlling your body? What is that
exactly
about?
right? So like loads
explain.
of people, like it's interesting that this has kind of come up because, in a way, I've been thinking about like actually doing a podcast about just to tell this story, but so I don't actually want to tell you what it is, like because like people look at it and they go like. Dudes will say, imagine having sex with him. And like, why are dudes saying that? You know what I mean? They're imagining like being a woman with the legs in the air, flipping with him coming at him. Like, what? That's what they're thinking, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And I just find it bizarre.
I'm not gonna lie, like that, I wasn't thinking that.
No, I'm not saying everybody thinks it.
No, I get you. Yeah. When you said it, I thought it definitely.
Yeah. No, it's certainly out there anyway, and so I'm quite famous for that. You know what I mean? That's been on the front pages of the Colombian newspaper. The Lad Bible share it all the time. Fucking Aussie Man Reviews.
Respect.
You know Aussie Man Reviews. He's reviewed it. It was fucking hilarious.
That's sick. That is sick. Well done, man. Well done on that. Cause
cheers, man.
I've actually seen that loads of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually made more money off the royalties off the video than I did off the tattoo.
Yeah.
Because
where'd you put it up on YouTube? Or?
No, I just put it up on Facebook. But like I had to copyright the video, and because the video is copyrighted, and loads of people share it and put it into these like montages of like things.
So did you think of that, or did he?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
You just.
I just had this idea and I wanted to do it. It's
mad, eh?
I'm going to do a podcast about it, so I'll talk about it. But like, that was completely off the ball, wasn't it? And everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was so different that it in a sense, it sometimes I would say that people have tried to twist it up. People don't understand it, but. The mistake that I made was I didn't attach any promotion into that, so I didn't watermark it with like my tattoo machine or the business name or anything, you know. So when it went like completely viral, the views were going up in the thousands. It wasn't going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was going like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was mental.
Yeah.
And
how quick did it take me to find that?
Yeah.
It's a meme and everything. If you go on Facebook,
I swear to God, I told you, I swear I've seen it loads of bare times. I've seen
it's been memed. No, not a meme. A
I
GIF.
thought you were lying when you said it was you. I thought it can't be that one. I've seen that. You know,
it's not a meme. There's loads of memes of it, but there's a GIF. That if when you go to and you're on Facebook and you're typing something and you can put like the little like moving things like little videos, little short video clips.
GIFs,
GIFs. It's one of them on Facebook.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mad.
Instagram added that as its profile picture for about a week. When you searched #tattoo on Instagram, that was the profile picture.
This is great, man. You know what I mean? But do you know how many people would sit here and be like, you know what I mean? I'm sat here thinking, man, this guy, I respect, I love, it's hard to explain, but I'm sat here admiring you. You get me?
Yeah. Cheers, man. It's had a lot of hate. It's had a lot of hate. Yeah, but it comes with it. Do you know what I mean?
Can I tell you what I think it is? Like what I think of it.
Yeah, go on.
Like what actually in my head that's like where that's not us.
Aye.
And that's us.
Yeah.
Like we're in a vehicle.
Yeah.
Our body's a vehicle with
Yeah.
soul and the brain.
Well
is,
fucking done.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So I'll tell you what it is. I was playing with negative space, right? The space around the tattoo that isn't the tattoo, but if it wasn't there, the tattoo wouldn't be formed properly. So it's the peripherals of a tattoo, the bits that aren't tattooed, the untattooed skin. And the idea was to create a depiction of the soul, like the person inside, like the spirit that's controlling the body, because this isn't us, it's just a meat suit, and there's a thing inside us that is controlling the thing that everybody see as us, you know what I mean? So subconscious mind, it's a depiction of the subconscious mind.
But I can imagine a lot of people just look at it and think it's a joke.
Yeah,
but it's not. There's a lot more to
and they
it
think,
than that.
imagine being
I mean,
him, and,
obviously,
is he stupid? And what we imagine having sex with him, and you know what I mean,
I'm not laughing at it in a bad way. It's funny.
Yeah. It's funny. It's supposed to be funny.
But I get the message too.
It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you said that, because out of the thousands and thousands, there's probably millions of comments, and I certainly don't read them all. I've read some of them, but I've never seen intelligent, thoughtful comment. Not one. Nobody has went, I wonder what that actually means even. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not just a tattoo, there's something going on there, you know what I mean? And like people on the internet, keyboard warriors, they just want to come up with a comment that's funny so that other people fucking like their comment, you know what I mean? They're not
anything for attention.
They're not. So I don't even know what's really going on with people's minds. But
I can't believe that was you though, because honest to God, I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot.
It's a mad one. So imagine if I could have got some sort of promotion out of that at the same time, because I've only been asked about it. Uni lad interviewed us about it, but apart from that, the lad Bible hasn't interviewed us about it. They've robbed the story.
Is it?
Every other person.
Can you not sue them for that?
No, they just robbed the story off Uni lad.
Yeah.
So it's and then.
But are you getting credit?
A lot of the time, no. Most of the time, no. Like when the lad Bible shares it, they never tag us in it, but because it's that far detached, it's become part of the fabric of the internet. Do you know what I mean? It's
you're honest to God, I swear on mother's life, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I've sat there, and I've had people show me it. Look at this, and I'm sat with you right now. It's mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you just don't know what's going to happen as far as going viral is concerned, and. Like I say, I could have maximised it a bit more, but it is what it is. I'm going to do a podcast about it and tell the story, because it's not exactly what people would think. You know what I mean? So,
if I was to ask you a question, in regards of my way of trying to get my music out there, what kind of routes would you suggest?
Well, like I was saying before, I think that the positive mental attitude, the thoughts become things. There's not a lot of people talking about the law of attraction, but you do hear it a little bit in music sometimes. But there is people. There's a lot of celebrities out there that I know for a fact have used it. I've used it. This room is based on the law of attraction.
I learned about it when I was 12 or something.
Yeah.
My sisters taught me, and then I used to write down stuff.
Yeah.
And it happened.
Yeah.
And I'd look back and I'd be like, wow, it actually happened,
Exactly. So, a lot of the stuff, did we or did we not write down stuff at the start of all this? It's it really does work. So by engineering that into your music in a decaying society, art, if it is truthful, must also reflect decay. So we're gonna, you'd be talking about the bad shit that's going on.
Yeah.
But unless it wants to break faith with its social function, art must show the world as changeable and help to change it.
Yes.
So that's what it needs to do. It needs to help change the social situation in some way that's opposite from the decay. Right?
Yeah.
So it's it has to be in a good way.
The light,
now,
the light in the world, like.
Yeah, you got music that's like talking about like fucking death and killing and fucking and it's not empowering the fucking world.
No,
you know.
It's glamorizing something that should never be glamorized.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's
like
the
opposite
it's
of art.
Yeah, it's still creation, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's,
I get you.
It's certainly not positive.
But do you know what? It's really funny that you'd mention about this whole secret stuff and that, because actually the last 3 or 4 songs I've done, I've been talking about manifestation, my realities, close like meditation and stuff. And I've actually got one song called The Secret. Because you know the secret.
Right, yeah.
It's really funny you'd say that, because I've got like the latest stuff I've been doing. It's positive. It's about closing your TV. It's about close the telly, open your vision. You know, I'm trying to win things. I'm trying to do big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that's coming. There's a little bit of, oh yeah, she's sexy, but it's subtle. It's subtle,
but there's,
do you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
It's all right to have a bit of that, you know what I mean? It's still like,
I'm growing up. I'm maturing with my music too.
Yeah.
If you get me.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, that's really good to hear, man. Because it's right up my street. Because Immortal is built on that. The whole media thing, the tattoo, you know, when you visualize, you materialize. Yeah. Well, I seen that before I created it.
Yeah.
You know, I had a vision of it, then I drew it, and then I tattooed it. You know?
Yeah.
And like drawing something is like writing something down. So I can draw the future. I drew the future when I done the design for that.
Yeah.
How fucked up's that?
It's
you know?
But I think it's like some people are unique. There's some people they can't even comprehend what your brain's going through. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I'm on the level with you. Obviously, you're like a lot older than me as well. But maybe I've got something on. You know what I mean? Not everyone's equal. We're all unique in our own ways. But a lot of people are quite close-minded. Like, and they don't believe in that. And I think if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, it won't come. It's again.
Absolutely. You've just created something.
Like, when I was in Poland with Cuba, I dreamt of a song, and it was Prada, actually, which hadn't even been made yet, nowhere near made. And when I made it, I had a dream about this song, and then when I made it, I sat back and I thought, that's the one that I dreamt about in Poland.
Deja vu sort of thing.
Yeah.
You created your own deja vu.
I've always believed in the spiritual side of life too. But people who don't, I feel like they're like hamsters on a wheel, you know. They're just robots in a system and no... Like...
A wise man once said that if most people said what they actually were thinking, they wouldn't say anything at all.
Yeah.
And it's because they're not thinking, they're observing. They're watching Coronation Street, they're thinking about the job, they're thinking about what's on telly, they're thinking about the missus, they're thinking about the kids.
Distraction.
This is all observation, not thinking. Pure thought is in the realms of the unseen. When you're writing a song... So someone's... Because, like, you know, I was saying about, like, the creative and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, if a musician is writing a song, you might get, like, a dum-de-dum in your head, you might get a beat, you might get, the music first, or you might get the words, you might write the words first. But either way, they were just thoughts in your head that you assembled into something that started to become a sentence in your head before you even wrote it down. And, you know, the creation process has started from there, but until it is sort of recorded and put together, it doesn't really exist in reality. It come together at that point.
Yeah.
So when you've got that sound and you might have like written the whole thing and have the music going and everything, and you can listen to it, you can play it back, you can rewind it. You can sing it again in your head and you can play the music in your head.
Yeah.
None of that exists in reality, right?
No.
A psychiatrist will say you are having audible hallucinations and he will write you off as a schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm. That, I think, again, it's coming back to like the school system as well. Again, it's just like they don't want us to open our third eye, whatever, pineal gland or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
creative people
100%.
get suppressed, I think, because we're
100%.
can be a danger to society. I mean, so, what's your favourite song that you've wrote?
Me?
Or what's your favourite? So between the two of you, I'll let you decide here because I think we should like play one of your songs. So, what would be your favourite? What would be your favourite? Do you agree?
What my favourite song of his?
No, yours.
Mine.
So,
My favourite song.
yeah.
Oh man.
What's your favourite song of his, or what's your favourite video? Because obviously you do his videos.
It depends how you look. Yeah, video.
Yeah,
song,
like what what's your favourite video that you've done for him, Coobs?
Favorite? It would have to be between Swivel and Bop and All Day, because I love how All Day looks.
I think I'll have to agree with him on that. I like Sprite because it's animated.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That like it's quite trippy. Like I like it. I love the difference in it. Right, so I don't know.
I'd say this one meant the most to me. See,
the one that I kept, the Molotov, like obviously I quite like that tune.
Molotov is the one that.
Yeah, and like so I mean, but that's about the only one that I've read.
My favourite song's Prada, I think.
Is it?
Well, actually, I've seen quite a few more, but like Molotov was the first one that I seen of yours, and I quite liked it. And obviously, Coobs had been showing us what he'd been doing with the video, and I was like, yeah, that's quite good. And I'm like, so who's he then? And that was when, so that was like sort of our pre-introduction sort of thing. And I have had a skip through.
I mean, it might not even be your cup of tea, but I'm sure you can appreciate. I'm sure you can understand.
Exactly. I'm more not so much interested in that type of music.
Yeah.
But partly because of like the content that it is at the minute. I'm curious now as to what you're gonna do in the newer stuff, like when you're talking about law of attraction and stuff, because that's kind of powerful stuff. So I'd be interested to see what's going on there. But I took an interest in you more through Coobs and what he was doing for you. You know what I mean? So. This is obviously a service that we offer through Immortal Media now, and in the future you are going to be a customer of us anyway, you know. So it's we're both invested in mutual projects, you know, all three of us. So so go on then. Like what did you, Swivel and Bop and
video wise, Swivel and Bop was brilliant. Like all the guys came down, we had a good laugh.
Is that the one in the car park? Yeah.
And but for me personally, 2 a.m. in Carlisle, because it's about how I felt growing up and how look at me now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go on and let's stick that.
Yeah.
We'll just.
I don't know.
No. Now, do you want the sound coming through the speakers, Coobs?
Yeah. And then triggering it to cause something to start.
Yeah, on the map, my trigger.
Get bun like Ami, get bun like Caddy. He thinks he's a bad man, we know he's a funny. There's no love around here. Man are all actors. Grew up round here where my dad's a black bastard. Nah, my dad's a real trigger, he's a stacker. Apple don't fall too far from the tree, so fuck what they say. Man are all gassed up. One phone call, the boys are all masked up. One phone call, they're heading to your gaff, cuz. One phone call, you man are getting mashed up. Ready for the clash, cuz. Nah trust, you can never match us. Man loud like sirens, go and keep on hyping. I don't move bare, real G's move in silence. No capping, no caliber. Why you think I show my face? I got hitters off the camera. So mind your business, stay away from my chakras. Messing with my energies, then you must be mad as bro. I've been in the system for years, I got stamina. Put my city on the map and that's why they're mad as bro. I got an IG ting in lavender. I bend it over, then I got a savager. These little youths take the piss like a catheter. My brother ran away, man, I think he's in Malaga. Let a man breathe, I just do it for the fam. Trying to make it out the scam and stack peas. Smoking that weed might help me sleep, but it won't find me peace. On the streets it's 100 degrees, so hot. Wasted loads of time on silly slags when I should have made a milli fast. But time's on my side, so I'm finna get it back. Moving them packs, had the trigger sweating mad. Man getting mad cause me and my dad got rich off kebabs. No pizza boy, pussy all at all that. Get your trapper clothes, I'm my own boss, know that. Yeah, know that. I can see why they wanna come and get us. On the pitch, me and the man came with techers. I'm the GOAT and the Lord is my shepherd. And And I'm sick of all these Muppet guys. How could I sell the same shit that took my cousin's life? Had to make a change, I had to make it right. Praying up to my sis, cause she's the angel by my side. 4 2s up every time, that's my sign. Let it shine, let it shine. Yeah, 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 let it shine. Oh yeah, yeah, let it shine. Some niggas pull up outside. Screw, screw, screw. Yeah, I'm up on this beach in the city, I'm known for that. Talk about me, but they ain't gonna talk the facts. Smiling to my face, then they stab me in the back. Bunch of fucking snakes in the jungle, yeah, it's mad. Jurassic on the track, I beat this pussy's raw like the skins in my pack. These little man thought they're gonna win the match, but I saved the city last minute like Jimmy Glass, yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's mad, yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's mad, yeah, it's mad, yo. Yeah, it's mad, yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, like,
yeah, it's fucking mad, bro.
The lanes,
Mackie's,
beating Harrowby.
Christmas lights were up and all that. Yeah. I like that one because it's venting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Therapeutic for me to get stuff out.
Yeah, well, like you said,
You know what I mean?
Kind of
Like,
writing about that stuff. So
And obviously, I know it says man are all actors, blah blah blah. I'm not saying everyone in Carlisle is racist or something like that. It's just that like, it's the truth, innit? It's what my dad used to get loads of shit and stuff and that, and it's not even. I don't know. I just feel like my passion's in that. You know what I mean? But as far as a piece of art, that's not commercial. That's for a very small audience that'll like that. So.
Yeah,
commercially, I want to. Obviously, as I said, I'm evolving to more commercial stuff, and I do want to do this whole positive.
Yeah,
I'd like to change the game.
Yeah, I mean, there is people out there doing it, but I think, I don't know. It's just a good vibe to have going on, you know. Like, and obviously that creates positive stuff for you, and if it can create positive stuff for the people that are listening to it as well, then. Wow, man, that's quite an empowering thing, you know what I mean? So, no, good luck with that. So
it really, honestly, like it just really helps my mental health. Like some people go gym, some people do climb mountains.
Yeah,
I do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Cuba's the same, but
I think
it just makes
me
happy,
doing, me engraving, me creating stuff, me messing on with cars.
Yeah,
all of that is just to keep my mind busy because. If you've got back to what I was saying before, if you've got a creative mind, you can either use it to create good things in your life that empower you and other people.
Yeah.
Or you can create bad things in your life. And what I found was that, you know, because I went through some pretty bad times when my dad died, I lost my business, and you know, things weren't great and that. And my creative mind turned to destroying me, you know what I mean, and like doing self-destructive things because
as in
like just depression and eventually and like kind of anxiety and you know like just like fucking just feeling absolutely shit. So like, you know, you can be up there one day and you can be down there the next, but I've always found that I'm like quite consistently hey, you know what I mean, and like
well, I think that's why you're in the position you're in though. You know what I mean?
But I have had times where I've like been on my ass, like almost a dribbling mess. Do you know what I mean?
I can totally understand.
I think that it was my creative mind that was actually like, it was putting me in that state. Do you know what I mean?
Did you feel like you should have been doing more or something, or like what?
Well, it wasn't till I found something to do.
Yeah.
And went and done it. That because I'd been really busy. I'd been doing the cars and I was winning trophies, and you know I was flat out busy. And then the first recession came, 2008 recession, and I lost everything. Yeah, so I went from up there like high as fuck basically on drugs.
A come down, basically.
Yeah, massive come down. But my dad died as well.
Yeah.
So I lost my business. I lost all my money. I lost all my customers. I lost a load of friends, and and I lost my dad as well. So like that. Proper fucked my shit up for a while, and I ended up like really depressed and a dribbling mess. But it wasn't until it was when I discovered The Secret, and I realised, hang on a minute, you achieved your childhood dream because I wanted to become a car designer. Yeah. I said when I was 8 I wanted to become a car designer, and by the time I was 19 I designed a car, and by the time I was 21 I had a garage, and by the time I was 23 I was winning trophies for designing cars. Do you know what I mean? So how the fuck did that happen? And then I was thinking about everything that I'd done, and I thought, hang on a minute, Richard, you haven't even given yourself a pat on the back for the things, because I was too busy thinking about the things that I'd failed at. And that was making me feel shit, and that made me feel depressed.
I can really relate to you on that as well. Sometimes it's hard to see what you've done.
Yeah, so I thought, hang on a minute, fucking, like, you said when you were 8, you wanted to be a car designer, and you became a car designer, and it was only at that point, like 35 or something, 32 or something like that I fucking realised that I'd achieved it, and I was like, what the fuck? How? And then the next day, so I was literally going, like, to the wall, I was going, how the fuck did I do that? Because I was just alone in the kitchen. And then the next day, somebody passed us a copy of The Secret. And the answer to how I did it was in the fucking secret.
It is, isn't it?
So I was like, holy shit.
But you didn't realise you were doing it, did you? You just manifested it.
Yeah, that was it. I was manifesting without knowing, because I was passionate and in love with what I was doing. So it happened anyway, even though my teacher says, oh, sticking at school, you got to do this, you got to go to college, you got to go to university. Well, fucking, I got kicked out of school when I was 12 for tattooing.
Is it?
I was tattooing at school. Like, I tattooed on my mates at school, and I got kicked out for tattooing when I was at school. Hated me, and I hated school. So, like, but I still, skipping school and everything, managed to achieve my childhood dream.
Yeah.
And it was because I loved the idea of what it was that I was doing, so nothing was going to stop us. And that's the case for everybody if they didn't necessarily listen to everything that school told you that you can't do.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
100%, yeah. I mean, I was laughed at when I said I wanted to do music and stuff, so...
Yeah.
Like, the people still laugh now. It doesn't bother me. Like, but you're so right on that. Like, the whole manifestation thing, like... I was kind of doing it before I knew about it too. Do you know what I mean? I just write. It was like a to-do list, innit? Like, get a girlfriend. I was 12 or something. I never had a girlfriend before. I was like, and then like a couple of weeks later, I've got a girlfriend.
Did your list look like pussy bitches?
Smash fire Molotov. No. But like. I don't know, like, I kind of did a similar thing to you. Like, I never actually read The Secret then, but my sister sort of said, just write it down, what you want to do or something. I think I just did it by chance, and it was weird. And then she gave me the book for my birthday once. Yeah. Because I was a bit down on that. And it was just like, it actually makes sense. It really does make sense. Because if you really want something, you will get it. And that is 100% fact, unless it's like physically impossible. Like, but not much is impossible in my eyes, I don't think. I think that if you, like, if you're a kid, when I was a kid, and I had a paper round, I was getting £14 a week. And I wanted that bike. You know what I mean? I wanted the BMX, down skate park and that. I would end up getting that bike. Yeah. Because I wanted it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people... They're lost. They don't know what they want.
That's a solid comment, that, because I've interviewed so many of my clients, and I'll say to them, what do you want from life? Well, what do you do now? And they'll tell us, and they'll be complaining about like shit in their life and stuff. Like, well, what do you want from your life then? Explain to me your life when you're 60 and they haven't got a clue. And then they'll come at you with the default answer after they've stuttered for a long time, and they'll say, "Oh, I just want to be happy." Yeah, and it's all right then. What makes you happy? Yeah. What makes you happy? And they'll go, I don't know. Well, how the fuck are they going to find what they're looking for to make them happy if they don't know what it looks like?
Yeah, I get you on that.
So this is where the writing stuff down comes in.
If there was like a magic genie and he knew what I wanted.
I've got a genie tattooed on my arm. That's an oil can, but it's set up as an oil lantern. And there's smoke coming up there, and then I've got a genie up there.
Well, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. I like the colours as well. I ain't got not much colour on me. I ain't got no colour on my skin's got colour, obviously. I ain't got. But like obviously, if the genie was like, I know what you want, I let him. But I personally don't even know what I want yet. But there's what I'd like to have a family. I'd like to have kids. I'd like them to be able to do whatever they want. Yeah. And not have financial worries. Mainly, I want to be free. Free as I can be, because we're all slaves. Yeah. We're just getting paid. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And even if it's not even about money, like mentally, even me and you could think differently towards the rest of the nation, but if you run against a stampede, you're gonna get run over. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if the majority of the population believe in a certain thing, you can't help but get pushed with it. Like the whole Corona thing, for example. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the pack mentality.
Yeah.
But what we were saying before was, like only dead fish go with the flow, and
True.
It's that's the battle of doing something.
So what about you?
You've got to go against the flow. You've got to kind of.
Well, what would make you happy? Like, what would you make you happy? Do you feel like you've done enough?
To a certain extent, I've found a way to be happy 90% of the time. I'm always creating something, so you could always have more money. You could always have better weather. Live in a warmer country, but actually, I love Carlisle and I love this country, and I'm where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I'm not striving to be somewhere else because I love it here.
Yeah.
So I'm happy now. Now it might be nicer if the weather was a bit better, but I ain't complaining about it. You know what I mean?
I've always said that if Cumbria had it'd be if it was nice weather, it'd be the best place on the planet.
But I think, I think I'm already quite happy. So I've fulfilled that basic one.
So you feel,
I get to create my stuff. Where do I want to be next? The financially secure. I'd like to not have to work. I'd like to everything that I do to just be purely for pleasure and not be a monetized thing. You know what I mean? In the sense that I don't need it to be monetized. You know what I mean? And I'd like to have some solid investments that are giving us a return.
And it's good that you've got your own business as well. You know what I mean? Like
that's good.
A lot of people,
the business makes you work. You see.
Yeah, I know.
And so you don't really get your freedom. I've got way more freedom than someone who works. Right. I can say, hey, let's set up a media company and we'll create short videos, promo videos for businesses, and we'll do podcasts and we'll do this, or hey, let's create this bit of art, or hey, let's build this BMX, or let's do this. Let's go to this convention. I can, just say, let's go and do Amsterdam Tattoo Convention. Shout out to Gideon. And I can do stuff like that. So I'm,
you're content.
I'm happy. Yeah, I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't know what I mean.
I totally agree with you
I
on
love
that,
cars, I've just spent a fortune on 2 cars. Literally.
Would you judge someone by what they drive, though? For example, would you,
oh yes,
you would.
Yes,
really.
I'm a petrol head. I've got to.
No, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I don't rate someone higher because they've got a Lamborghini. The guy in the Lamborghini could be a complete asshole. You know what I mean?
As a person, but they've obviously done something interesting to get that Lamborghini. If they've got it,
unless it's
I would be. I think I'd be curious. Do you know what I mean? But fundamentally, as a person, whether they're a nice person or a bad person, you can't judge them at all. It's impossible.
No, I know.
But you can judge people's results.
Yeah.
But then again, that person driving a little Fiat Panda might be a millionaire, and they've achieved all sorts of things, and they're just not.
My dad drives a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and he's got.
He might not like cars, so
he's just not arsed.
Yeah, but so knowing the person and then judging them on the car.
Yeah.
Then yes, why not? You can see he's not arsed.
Well, when he was your age, how old are you? Sorry,
I'm 48.
When he was about your age, he was he was getting Subaru, this and that,
exactly, because you do, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he's not asked, and it's nice to be not asked. In a lot of sense, I drive a Jaguar, and I drive a Jaguar because of my position at the time. I was having meetings with a lot of businesses and stuff, and I was pulling up in a fucking noisy old Subaru, do you know what I mean? Fucking popping and banging and fucking, and I'm like, it didn't look good, do you know what I mean? I looked like a boy racer pulling up, so it was an image thing because people were judging me. So the car that I drive is... My choice was driven by the fact that I knew I was being judged.
Yeah. I get that too.
Or I felt like I was being judged anyway.
Yeah.
So, that's why I drive that. But my passion is custom cars and stuff that has been built, not bought.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going back to that. I'm building a car. I bought 2 cars and I'm cutting them up and sticking them together. And no, that is not illegal if you do it correctly. So and that's one of my projects that I'm working on at the minute.
I think you're saying to me. I don't know you very well, obviously, but from what I can see is that you're happy in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which is. I know it's cliche, and you said a lot of people say that, but that is what's important.
But they don't know what it looks like. I know what it looks like. Like making me happy is playing with BMXs, playing with anything with an engine in, creating anything, like creating art, creating music. I just spend my whole life feels like I just play. That's all I do. I play drawing, I play tattooing, I play music, I play BMXs, I play cars. I have a fucking amazing life, man. It's fucking brilliant.
It's people like you that, they're quite important to the world, because there's too many people that are just the boxes, you know what I mean? Like, just put themselves in a box and I have to be this, I have to do that, and stress.
I just didn't listen to none of that. People like
me too, to be honest.
Yeah, and this is why the Cre8ors Podcast exists, because I want to acknowledge that the real difference, because you're just a human being, I'm just a human being, and everybody listening to this is just a human being. So that's the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're pretty much the same. The biggest difference is what we think, because that's what creates our life. Because we're all creators. We are creating our lives. You can't escape it. So what do you create? Do you create nothing? That's a creation of nothing. Or you create something, you create a business, you create art, or you just create a family and you create like fucking an income for it. You know what I mean? There's different levels. Some people are just
content with nothing.
Aye.
And I'm not one of them people. I'm really not. Like, I used to go into a club, I'd hear a rapper, 17, 18-year-old, hear the rap song on, I'd be thinking, I want that to be me. You know what I mean? Like, and it was hurting me. It was hurting me not to be at least trying, do you know what I mean? But what you said before about your freedom and that, I'd say that's what I want in life, to be free. To be, as you said, go to conventions, whatever, travel, see the world, just learn, knowledge, talk to different people. I love hearing other people's sides of how they see things too. You know what I mean? Because there's no right or wrong, really. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm very interested in other people too. I'm not, like, a lot of people are quite, they're just like that. They don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your right is your right, and somebody else's right is their right, and
you can't. No matter what you do, someone will find a problem. But
I get this same thing with tattooing, because you sat with someone for a long time and you really get to know them.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that the stories they tell, how they got there, what they've been doing. So like, I'm always interviewing people about, and I'm fascinated. I'm genuinely fascinated. Like, I didn't prepare any questions for you. We're sat having a genuine conversation, you know what I mean? And it's genuine because I am, and it's went on for over 2 hours probably, because I am genuinely interested in what you're doing and the way you do it. So
same to you.
It's it's probably kind of, that's what it's like, kind of.
I can almost look at you as like, you're an elder to me, so like, if you got experience.
Well, if we seem very similar. Like, and well, we've certainly got we're all brothers and sisters, aren't we? You know what I mean? But
I get you.
Yeah, we're on a similar path.
But I think that I think you've pushed yourself a bit harder than me. Obviously.
Than you.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know you when you were my age.
How old are you?
On 28.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been held back a bit. Like, I work in pizza shop and that, but But
when I was
what can I do?
19, 20, I was working 3 jobs. I was working on the roads, building manholes through the day, digging miles of track and digging huge holes in the ground and concreting and tarmacking and stuff like that. Right, heavy work. And then on a night, I was loading a wagon over the space of a week with 20 tons of whey powder by hand. 4 nights a week. And then on a weekend, I was doing 2 13-hour security shifts.
So, did you like work? Or did you...
Well, in between all that...
Was it the money or the...
No, it was just because like, I had a family and I had to feed them, you know what I mean?
Fair,
And
that's fair. Respect, you know.
But in my spare time, I was working on cars, and this is when I built my first car. I decided to teach myself how to weld, and I bought a welder, and I bought an old car, and I taught myself how to weld, and then I got a garage because winter came and it was cold. And long story short, that's how back cars started, and you know, from that a business sprang up which lasted like spanned over around about 10 years, and you know, I climbed to the top of the pile with that. Do you know what I mean?
Clearly you've done well though, innit? Like, you know what I mean? So, but like as you said before, like you don't. I don't think you don't realize how far you've come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't. You
get used to it, don't you?
Yeah, because that's just. This is the thing. You see, like, I said in my last vlog, which probably should be uploaded before this, that I'm not doing none of this shit. The car stuff, the engraving, the music, the fucking tattooing, for YouTube. Or for the podcast, you know, for content. I see these like content creators ratching about for fucking dumbass ideas to create content because they've ran out of fucking content, and all the content that they fucking had was robbed from somebody else anyway. So like they've fucking run out of fucking things to fucking copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you.
And they're not creating anything new. Well, this stuff that I'm doing. It's just what I do. I will never, ever fucking run out of content because I'm always creating. I don't do anything else. So
it's good because I think that it's a nice cliche again, but life's too short. It really
absolutely,
is,
and I just want to do everything.
I mean,
but like they say that like it's good to keep your YouTube channel focused and just about one thing.
Yeah.
Like
I don't,
now mine, it's just about creating shit, so it's going to be about anything. Do you know what I mean?
I kind of rate your view on it, like doing anything. I rate that. I think like again, even having me on here, you didn't have to do that, so.
Yeah, but like the podcast, I'll tell you why I started the podcast, because I like talking to people, and I wanted to give people a platform to be able to promote themselves.
Yeah, thank you.
I know how hard it is to succeed as an artist, and I think I have done that. I've made a fucking living for it since I was 14. I've been a professional artist since I was 14 years old, getting paid.
Yeah.
And so
is that tattooing or?
No, I started painting murals.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, pictures on walls, and I started getting paid for that, and then I've done like all sorts of stuff. Like I've always been paid for my art since then.
That's sick.
From painting phone cases to fucking cars, obviously.
I mean, it must be really hard to be a tattoo artist, I think.
Yeah. I mean, like it's stressful. There's a lot of stuff goes on. But
one mistake and it's fucked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We don't have rubbers. That's for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's quite a.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we kind of take
quite a skill.
Yeah, we take it for granted. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure in it in what we do. But we just kind of it's just like normal to us. You know what I mean? So, but I totally get where you're coming from with it. But yeah, it's the way I've went about it. I've just kind of I just fucking want to have a gun at everything. You know what I mean? And
Why not?
But my content is me, and this is me because this is just me wanting to help other people, because I do think that there's and interdependence as well. Like when you're born, you're dependent. And you're dependent on your parents. You're dependent on, you know, like people feeding you and stuff and wiping your ass.
Yeah.
As you grow up, your parents teach you how to become independent, and they want you to become independent because they're fucking sick of you by now. And you know, go on, fuck off.
Yeah.
So like the teaching you to become independent. Well, there's a third level of mental maturity, and it's called interdependence.
Okay.
We need to learn that, like, to do anything big, we need each other. We can't do if we're going to just be us. We've got you can be independent all you fucking want, but if you want to do something bigger than you, even remotely bigger than you need more than one fucking person.
Oh, of course, yeah, I know that.
You know,
Yeah,
so like even if it was you sing a song and fucking one person listens to it, that you can't have a concert without fucking someone. You know, like So,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
you know, so like,
And you've also got to appreciate people as well. Like, appreciate people, because I know a few people that never appreciated Kuba at the start.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, gratitude.
Whereas I'd actually give him extra money because he actually give a shit.
Yeah,
He wasn't in it for the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously we're in it for the money. Come on, like,
yeah, we all need money. It doesn't matter where you're at. You got
the world we live in.
Even when you've got shit ton of it, you still got to get more just in case you fucking lose some. You know what I mean?
He was offering great prices, and people were just letting him down, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think there's
Do you
a
know what I
big
mean?
thing.
Like, that was when he was starting up. Now, like, obviously, Swivel and Bob, for example.
I didn't really do it for money. I've done it to help people.
I know that, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
but
when
it's a hobby
I
as
was
well,
giving-
though, wasn't it? It's
in it, bro. I was giving you extra and that in it. Like, but like other people were like, "Oh, I'm not doing that." What do you mean? Like, do you know how cheap he's offering it? And like, do you know what I mean? Madness.
yeah. So like, but this is an artist problem as well. I think artists are shit at charging. You know, most people are kind of crap at charging, but it's hard to put a price on your time and the art that you create, and whether it's like video editing or tattooing or whatever. It's not easy. I think it's a common thing that artists like don't value themselves enough. Do you know what I mean? And,
yeah. I put a lot of money into my music. Like, honestly, you don't make money off music until you make it.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be moving to Cyprus soon for a few months, 6 months minimum. I'm going to get some footage there, but I'm still going to send it over because I'd like, Kuba's editing is unreal. So obviously I'll still be. I'm just going to go there for 6 months. I'm going to sort some business out with my dad over there. But as far as I'm concerned, that I wouldn't really want anyone else editing my videos and that. I don't know. I feel like it.
You build a team, don't you? You build a team.
He just knows, eh? I don't know. He knows. He's like, and like, I don't want to mention names, but no, I don't want to mention names. But
somebody else.
Yeah, like for example, Kuba. He got the camera. He got this, and he went out and got it. And then certain people just sat at home thinking it's gonna come to them. You get me on that one, yeah. He went out and got it. You get me? Like he went out and he's doing something now. Perfect. The other guy, he thought he was already like fucking whatever it's called, James Cameron or whatever. You know what I mean? Thought he was already the big thing.
Aye.
But another thing that I've just remembered as well, going back to my music, I'm actually trying to plan to make it non-explicit, my new music. So I'm not actually going to swear. I want to make that cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
I swear like a fucking trooper.
I know, but like...
But I'm not saying that's good to do it in music because like kids are listening to it and stuff, do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Like,
so,
I can...
Listen, like, one of my lyrics is... One of my lyrics is like, I ain't stressing over no bitches. I can easily change that to I ain't stressing over no women. Like, I can make that rhyme. I know I can.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know what I mean? But I don't, because obviously, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking about my future too. Yeah. As well. And then also, like, I don't know. I think to be able to make a rap song that people people gonna like, that doesn't even swear, that I think it takes a lot of talent in it as well. Yeah,
but they're bound to exist. I mean, they've existed in the past. And
yeah.
You know, it's so they can exist again now. You know, it's just kind of hitting the right vibe. But you know, if you were using the law of attraction to create a situation where your listeners, you know, you became a inspirational leader to them, and then you would, they would support you and your movement because you're supporting them mentally and musically. You know what I mean? Then you create this like kind of symbiotic relationship where you help each other, you know what I mean, and you all grow together, you know, and that puts you where you want to be, you know, like you definitely, like, the law of attraction can bring amazing stuff to you, and you're already using it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I'm using it as much as I should though.
I don't.
Innit?
Like for me, I don't either. You know, like there's more that I could do with it, but the thing is, I'm kind of happy, which makes you complacent. I'm comfortable, which makes you complacent.
I'm not gonna lie. From my point of view, you're set. You're good. You know what I mean? You're good for life.
Yeah, I am. Like, if things stayed like this forever, then do you know what I mean? But
human nature always wants.
You know, I could spend more money on cars. You know what I mean? I could have more holidays. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely things that I could add to in my life, and generally it kind of comes down to money. But for happiness, I've got plenty of that. That's I've got shit tons of that, and that's all that people really want. Do you know what I mean? So. I'm not stressing out about like fucking, you know, I need a Lamborghini or anything, you know.
Yeah, and I think actually like the fact that like I have got a safety net, as in my dad's business.
Yeah,
it's given me a lot more confidence to actually just go for it.
Yeah.
Whereas someone else who doesn't have that, they can't afford to put that money into it. You know what I mean?
It's harder.
I understand that as well.
Yeah, and this is maybe what you could do with like CAONTHEMAP. You know, you could maybe turn that into some sort of, like I say, academy or support network for creators in Carlisle.
I had a lady from Trinity School, like she wanted me to come and actually speak to the kids about it and everything. I'd love to do stuff like that, you know what I mean? And like, I want like, I'm not a greedy selfish person, so like, I want every kid born on this planet to know that they can do whatever they want to do. Do you know what I mean? Don't let anyone hold you back. Do you know what I mean? It's hard though, isn't it? It's easier said than done. But to be able to change one life, I don't know.
But this is about like, if you can change one life, if you can inspire one person. I've had people say there was the podcast, they love listening to it, and it's they find it inspirational, and they've went out and done something because of it. I get clients that I've tattooed, and I talk to them about like the law of attraction and stuff, and I teach them how to work with the minds, and then they go away and they come back and they say like, oh, you never guess what's happened, or you won't believe what's happened, and they go, I will believe it, you know, because like, you know, and they tell us the most amazing things, and you know, I've spoke about it on the podcast, but you know, so it's very rewarding for just one to come and tell you that. But when there's lots of them, it's massively empowering. You know what I mean? And it makes you want to do it more. It's very addictive. So So if you can like engineer that into your music, and you get people start to come at you and say, well, you know, like, in your song it says you can have, do, be whatever you want in life, so like, and you know, you said to write things down. So like I wrote down and talking about like dream boards, and so you in your song you're talking about dream boards. So I made a dream board, and now I've got what. Imagine when someone comes to you, if you sing about that. Then eventually someone will come to you and say, "Hey, you'll never guess what. You won't believe what happened to me after listening to your album."
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
That'd be fucking wild, you know.
If you want, after the podcast, I can show you some of my latest stuff. Just so I want you to hear it, and maybe you can like. So you know, I'm not just saying it. Yeah. I've just been thinking lately, like, you know, how can I change the game? What rap, right? For me, rap was a platform for someone to have a voice. Yeah. Nowadays, it seems to me it's just a platform to show off, make people feel miserable.
And the voice is a fucking echo, because everybody's fucking rapping about the same thing. Yeah. So it's just like an echo. Yeah, yeah. And the further an echo gets away, the more quiet it fucking gets. You know, there's none of its source anymore. Yeah. Someone once said something, and every other fucker's copied them. You know. And now we've got this epidemic of like fucking copied bullshit.
Innit? And that's why I want to come different now. Yeah. And. Yeah, I'd like you to hear it before I go, because I just want you to see that. Like, I want to know what your opinion is on it as well. Yeah. Because it's basically just about positive energy, isn't it? I know the secret, blah, 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 manifest my vision. You know what I mean? Ignore people, that kind of stuff. Get on your stuff.
Well, I think that's a right good place to ending on a positive note, you know. Like, so, CAONTHEMAP, it's something that's the future. That's kind of what you're working on now, as well as your music. We know where you're going in the future now. Where can we find you? Where's your social medias and?
Well, I've got the same like as in. Yeah.
Lil Sago.
LILSX. G-O. So instead of it,
What's the X for?
Because Lil Sago wasn't available, so I just put an X.
Right. Okay. So see, that everybody would have fucked up there, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Do you know? Because in fact, I said to you that there's another fucking channel. That's because I searched for Sago, not SX.
But that's on Instagram, isn't it?
No, the YouTube's Lil Sago UK.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
No, I get you though. It's because it wasn't taken.
Yeah. Have you got a website? No. Do you want us to build you one? Do you own your domain name?
What, Lil Sago?
Yeah.
I would like to copyright it.
You need to.
I would like to get some help on that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely. I've had that situation
Well,
where
yeah.
I've had a product and I'd been selling it fucking 7 years.
Yeah.
And then somebody created a product and copyrighted the fucking
Well, I know a
name.
few people who he probably knows a couple of people that would probably try and do that to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like, as of this day of this discussion, because now we've discussed it,
leave that
you know
off
what
the
I mean?
podcast, yeah.
Like it's
No, I would like to copyright the Lil Sago name.
Yeah, so the copyright thing. Okay, we might have to edit that bit out at some point.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's all right because but it's
I was gonna
a
speak to you
strong
about that.
point. It's a strong point, and I've been through that. So
I don't mind if they
do
do
that.
it. I just call myself Big Sago, innit? No, but yeah.
Most people aren't going to do it, but some
No,
people,
I know,
it takes
I
a bit
know.
of work. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
but I've got to do it properly.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
you said, I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Like,
I've had it.
I've got to a level, but you're right. I have to
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I mean?
Killer Bee and behind you, like I've got that copyrighted, but I didn't have Bumblebee, which was my other tattoo machine, and that's the one that I get fucked on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I'm sure the only place I've seen with Lil Sago is like it's in Thailand, some kind of noodle shop or something.
right.
Some weird stuff there, yeah.
And obviously, where did you get Sago from? Because
It's my granddad's nickname.
right,
My
okay,
Cypriot granddad.
right,
It's actually pronounced Shago.
right, okay,
It's like a Cypriot word for someone that's like lazy who sits under this tree, like, you know.
right, okay,
Shago.
yeah. And your accent, is that like a cross between Cyprus, Scotland, and Carlisle,
I'd say so, yeah.
with a bit of your own twang in it
I was
as well?
born and bred here, like, fully. I spent a lot of time in Cyprus.
Yeah,
I was raised by my mum,
yeah,
Carmen, she calls me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From Edinburgh, and my dad's obviously broken English.
mm,
I lived in Manchester for about 2 years as well.
mm,
I don't know. I think because I ain't got Cumbrian parents, innit? I used to go to school and they'd be saying loads of words and that. I'm like, what does that mean? Do you know what I mean? So that's how mad it was. You know what I mean? I was probably like him. Cause like
there is, we do have like lingo, you know what I mean?
What
Like
do you call water again? What was it?
Pani.
Ah, so exactly. You know what I mean? I don't really get on about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Like, but again, I feel like that's what makes you unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that I'm from Carlisle.
Yeah.
Why not? And then people are saying, "Oh, you need to shut up. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing Carlisle and that." It's like, well, why? Like, I don't know who you are, mate. Like, I don't know you. You know me, and you're telling me that I'm doing something wrong. Do you know what I mean? Though, like,
Yeah, they don't have the right, do they?
yeah. At the end of the day, it's like you said. They're just like, I'm sure there's plenty of people that look at you and think I could have done that. But they
So just go and do it. Don't talk. Just
Yeah.
go and do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's a funny old world, and I think Carlisle is the type of city that it is. You know, like it's a little bit backwards in coming
But
forward.
you don't think it's unique though?
Yeah, it is
'Cause,
unique.
like,
It's
for
very.
example,
Did you
right,
know that?
I'm like a pioneer here with
Yeah.
the music. Do you know what I mean? So like,
Did
it's
you
fresh.
know that the marketing companies, I don't know whether they do
Yeah,
now, but
I've
they
heard
used
this,
to,
aye.
they would test products
remember
in Carlisle before it was on sale in the rest of the country. Like Sunny Delight was available in Carlisle for 2 years before they sold it to the rest of the and it was only because like to see if it didn't kill us, then they could sell it to everybody else.
Yeah, is it? You know, we were filming with Mbappe and with the guy with the van. He said the same thing.
Thingy's
Bit-
brother, Graham's brother.
Right.
Aye. He came over and he's going, Carlisle's like a testing ground.
Yeah, they use it as-
Because if it works here, it works anywhere.
It works anywhere. Yeah,
With Carlisle's
that's what they say.
Exactly.
If
the music's bloody working here, I'm
Yeah.
praying it'll be alright. Like, you know.
Yeah. If you make it big in Carlisle,
Yeah.
you'll definitely fucking smash it
Aye.
elsewhere. Like, yeah, definitely.
But I'll never forget like where I come from. You know what I mean? I'm proud. I'm proud to be from here, and yeah.
Yeah, hence the C on the
I'm
map.
a Carlisle lad.
So what
You can't change that.
are you gonna do with? So you haven't got a website, right? we need. So we need.
Website is my website's more like Spotify and not in it, or my YouTube's
Yeah,
website.
but
I need a website. Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so you need to own your fucking domain name as well.
What, Lil Sago?
Yes.
As in, what do you mean by that? Like copyright, yeah.
Like literally, like the domain name.
Or for the
like lilsago.com. You need to own it.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Like today.
But the
Today.
SXGO might be better because I don't know if because everything else is SXGO.
Well, you know, like it's.
Well, would you be able to send me a link for this domain stuff and that?
We can do it all for you. Like
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that like I own immortalartstudio.co.uk and I own immortalartstudio.com. I have never advertised or put immortalartstudio.co.uk on anything.
You know, just make sure you got it, yeah.
I've just got it.
Yeah. That's
I've got
thing,
Killer
yeah.
Bee Machine.
Yeah.
I've got Killer Bee.
Yeah. I know about this because obviously my
.co.uk.
dad's the same with his business name, innit?
Yeah.
Like, he told me I need to do it, but I never do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do
know
it.
what I mean?
Because it's not just part of like protection. Because if you were to get big in the future and forget to fucking get it, then someone buys it and then they can fucking make a fortune off the back of you.
Yeah. And like, for example, like you guys got the printing set up, right? Like, I want to do something with yous about that. I'm not asking for a massive cut or anything, but I know I will be able to push it as well.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, I put a lot of work into this hashtag. Like 5-6 years I've been doing this, pushing it. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to, like, you know, give me money and all this shit.
No, I get where you come from.
I'd like to be, I don't know, I'd like to get a little bit from it, something.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
there is nothing
So
wrong
I'll
with
push it.
fucking asking for like money, right?
Yeah.
Like I can tell you're kind of awkward about it, right? If you
It's not
want
that,
pay
it's
for
just I don't want you to think that, like, I'm only here for that. You get me?
well, like yeah,
Business,
look,
but...
yeah, it's business. It's a business, and like, look, right.
I don't feel like you're a hater. I feel like you want me to put Carlisle on the map.
Yeah,
I feel that. Yeah,
I do. But like back to the dependent, and the independent, and the interdependence. Interdependence means we all need each other to get along, right?
Of course, yeah.
So like, an independent person would look at two interdependent people and say he's using him to get what he wants.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like that's not how it fucking goes. Before we hit the record, I was talking to Cre8ors about win-win situations.
Yeah.
And if you're interdependent, you're working together to make sure that fucking both of you get what you want out of it. If we're working on a project and I'm making sure that you get what you want out of it, and in turn, because you got what you want, I get what I want, then I'm double incentivized to work fucking harder. Whereas
like,
if I'm just trying to get it for myself,
there's nothing wrong with using someone as long as you use each other equally.
Yeah, you work as a team.
My dad taught me that as well.
Yeah.
Basically, you bang on with it, innit? But
it's called interdependence.
Yeah.
And
like, obviously,
who,
you want to be selling. You want to have something to sell to push around the city.
I want you to make money because I know that I will make money off the back of you making money. I want you to be successful.
We all make money.
Because exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So like.
Look at the bigger picture.
Am I gonna sort out your domain name? Will I make some money off that? Yes, I fucking will.
Yeah.
Am I gonna sell you a website? Yes, I fucking am. Are we gonna do videos for you? Yes, I fucking am. But I'm still like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm still. I really, really want you to succeed for other reasons.
Well, for example, like
money.
I've got to go and manage some things in Cyprus for my dad, right? Is that still a possibility to work while I'm over there? You know what I mean? Like, because I've got someone who can film me there. Still send it over to Cre8ors, innit? You get me?
What we'll do, just record this now, right? Like, you describe to that camera what CA on the map is and why people should be tagging it. Who's it for?
I think CA on the map is for anyone that thinks that they've got a talent. It could be dancing, it could be singing, rapping, producing music, anything. If you're from if you're from Cumbria, or especially the Carlisle area, of course, but Cumbria as well. I think it's just
if you're in the CA postcode, and it's anybody to do with art and anybody to do with business and anybody to do with music or anything. Like if you're doing anything out there, hashtag CA on the map.
I feel like Cumbrian culture mixed with modern urban culture has never happened. It's happening now.
Yeah.
Carlisle, when I was born in Carlisle, it wasn't like this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm 28 now. It's a totally different city like that.
Yeah. So
A
like,
whole new niche, a whole new genre of music could come out of this or anything. Or
yeah.
basically, See on the Map it's a platform for people to, if they want, you know, to get their ideas out there, to get their product out there. It could be anything.
If you want to know what's going on in Cumbria that's new, fresh and funky,
Yeah.
if you search CA on the map,
Yeah.
hashtag CA on the map, you're going to find new innovators, new inventors, new creators that
Yeah.
are putting stuff out there.
You don't
that
have to be a
want
rapper.
people to see it. Yeah,
you
know.
could be a tattoo artist.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I'm
Anything.
saying?
So what we'll do is we'll start hashtagging CA on the map on all of the art studio posts. Yeah. And I'll start putting it on my Instagram, and we need to build something. You know, I do think it's a we.
I'm happy with that.
Like to look at a website and to actually make some sort of a hub that people can go to, and you know, we'll do some T-shirts and we'll kind of promote that hashtag so that ultimately we can create something that is helping creators of any sort in Cumbria to get that a little bit of extra exposure and support, like to create a community of creators.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Basically a platform for people to have a voice, an opinion, and Carlisle is a very unique place. We've said this today already. It's changing. It's becoming more multicultural, but it's a kind of small place where, like, I feel like my dad's blended in with it. You know what I mean? It's not like London where everyone's separated and that in their own little ghettos and that. Carlisle some special stuff can come out of Carlisle, I think.
There has been some special stuff come out of Carlisle.
I agree.
Carlisle had the first post box in England.
I know, I heard that. I know.
You know,
I know.
also the reason that there's an 11 o'clock last orders in the pubs.
Is it?
Because when they started to do it in Scotland first, and then it called it 11, but England was still open. So what the Scottish were doing were jumping on the train or the buses or whatever and coming to Carlisle to get back on the piss, and there was loads of fucking riots. So that's why we got the last orders in the UK
as well. It's a very
as well.
important place, isn't it?
It
used to be the capital, didn't it, back in the day?
The capital did
sure
it?
Did when it was the Queen of Scots was in there.
I know. We were in Scotland several times. The border's been
it was a very important.
Yeah. It was certainly very important in keeping the border between England and Scotland when we were warring. You know,
and
what
so
I mean?
much history as well. Even the Romans and that. That's amazing. That fascinates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, we're sat like where we are now, right between a fucking 900-year-old castle and a nearly 900-year-old cathedral. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's an amazing city, a very historic city. So I'm proud of it, and I really like that you're doing something to promote it and help put it on the map. So the CA on the map really fits. You know what I mean? Because in a lot of ways, it's not on the map for a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Like people think that they've no idea where it is. Most people. So.
And I'm getting like quite a lot of hate saying, Carlisle's not gang. Carlisle, but are they actually listening to my lyrics? Because I'm like, as you said before, what is a gang?
I mean, using that, you know, like you need to define that more, because using that word definitely creates an image. So like to define what that is, it's maybe almost a taboo word that you maybe need to find another fucking word to you know, like that's what I've got on the back of my stuff. Killer Bee Crew. You know, crew works well. Yeah. To some people it's just a word, but so is the N word. You know, like look at what that done for Joe Rogan, you know. It's
my opinion is, if you don't want people saying it, don't say it yourself.
Yeah, well,
don't put down there.
I mean, that's the whole subject. That one word. You know what I mean? You could talk about that for days. People have spoke about that for years. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is that is greedy. Greed is colourblind. That's it. They don't get it. In reality, we're all the same. Like a cat and a dog can't have a baby, but a black man and a white woman can have a baby.
Yeah. That's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, but.
So, CA on the map, we're going to get you a domain name. So by the time anybody hears this, you'll be able to go to Lil, as in LILSXGO.
Yep.
Or possibly SAGO as well. And it might be a .com, it might be a .co.uk. We'll have a look. But if you're gonna search it on Google, eventually you'll find that it's gonna take you to Sago's website, where you'll be able to buy his merchandise and download his music and like catch up with all his social medias, and everything will be hubbed off there. You can also find him on YouTube under Lil Sago as well, spelt the same way with the X, yeah?
Not on there, no. That's
on
just
YouTube. It's SAGO.
Yeah. LILSAGO.
Yeah. So it'd be good to try and get it like the same, like right across the board. Really,
I try,
but like, see what we can do. Yeah, so thanks for coming in. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely probably the longest one that we've done. But
one last thing I'd like to mention as well, like there's a group of lads called North Sound who are producing.
Yeah.
So like producers came to me from all around Cumbria.
Mm-hmm.
I've sent them all to my friend who's Cody. He's called Cody. Core Jams. And they've created a North Sound group.
Yeah.
So they produce music as well. So if there's any artists that are interested in looking at beats locally, or working with local producers, then
like doing a collaboration
well.
as
well.
well.
North Sound as well, yeah.
So is that are they on YouTube or are they on
Instagram?
Yeah.
They've got a few things on YouTube, but basically they're local as well. So
yeah. Well, good.
Shout them out too.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And so you work with them, and they're helping you produce your
well,
beats and stuff like that.
The lad that's running it, me and him have been mates since year 7 in school. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
See, again, you know, like it's good that there's stuff going on in Carlisle. You know what I mean? And people are doing something.
And I really appreciate that you're interested in it, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome, mate. And I think we'll probably have you back on at some time.
Yeah, I'd love to come back and talk.
If we'll have a chat about it as well and see about you doing your own podcast. You know, that's certainly a potential as well. So best of luck with whatever you're doing in Cyprus, and
you're always welcome to come visit me in Cyprus as well, you know.
Yeah, maybe have a bit of that. Yeah,
I've got places to
yeah,
you know
cool.
what I mean.
Well, we could all do with a bit of sun because we live in Carlisle, don't we?
I know I'm turning yellow.
I appreciate that, man. So, thanks for coming on. It's been great talking to you and getting much deeper insights into what's going on. The promotion of the CAONTHEMAP, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So, everybody check that out, and we'll see you next time. We'll definitely have you back on, mate. So,
all right.
I'm gonna hit my little outro button instead of. There we go. We're playing our outro music. So cheers Coon as well. Couldn't do it without him, mate. I'm sure So
My bra.
Told her relax, baby, know it's legit. Just chill with that shit. Roll up a spliff, roll up and lick. Pass me that shit, you know what it is. Can't speak my language, you don't need no Rosetta Stone. I just wanna get it on till the early morn. Chillin' on the west side of the city, getting down. I just wanna get it on till the early morn. And all day she wanna spend it with me, yeah. She wanna bend it back and blend it with me. Smoke on that Cali weed, chillin' with a G. Yeah, that's why they wanna come and send for me. Can't reply cause I'm busy, can't you see? Little pretty wanna D, yeah, she busy like a bee. They won't love you like I do, they won't fuck you like I do. I ain't got, you know it's true, I ain't lying in these tunes. You know I wanna take her to the room. She don't wanna wait, she wanna grab me. Yeah, she wanna stab me. Wanna see a trigger so happy. DNA CY just like that P. But I'm from the north side. I fuck a bad bitch and now she can't walk right. Talk my name but they always talk shy. They never talk right, swear to God I got the foresight. And they ain't stopping us. Yeah, she spotted us. Didn't need binoculars to really see I got it, bruv. Told her get out your feelings, this is the best I can offer you. FaceTime with the man them, got my wigger on the monitor. I know the fans wanting more cause they're coming like Oliver. With a little twist, little printers in the mix, little printers in the mix. vixen, she winding her hips. Nowadays she wanna spend it with me, yeah. She wanna bend her back and blend it with me. Smoke on that Cali weed, chilling with a G. Yeah, that's why they wanna come and send for me. Can't reply cause I'm busy, can't see. Little pretty wanna D, yeah, she busy like a bee. They won't love it like I do, they won't fuck it like I do. I ain't got, you know it's true, I ain't lying in these tunes. You know I wanna take it to the room. You know I wanna take it to the room. Cause I've been stressed out with this damn shit. I need to go damn quick, build up a damn spliff. Pray for no more damn shifts. Pray the music just gets better. I guess God's listening. No more stressing, it's all cheddar. Give 2 fucks if you're glistening. Trying to stack all the stacks for the better things. In my world, that's the world I'm living in. Have to cut the L's and all of the dividends. Addicted to the glory, so I'm in the lab, really trying to win again. Lean supreme with a big fat spliff again. Not a killer, but swear to God, I be killing them. Swear to God, I be killing them. So don't push me, man's not a pussy. I'm a half white boy wasted in the club. I'm trying to get it up, I'm trying to get the cash in a truck. Drive away like fuck it. I'm in the lab every day, got the music cooking. We cook it, they love it, they love it. The city, we run it, we run the sound. Baby get down, baby get down. Every day I'm smoking and drinking, but it's just blurring my vision. Trying to make a change, trying to make a difference, but I'm still stuck inside this mental prison. Flipping them burgers, got a trigger wishing. Put the drugs down and the shit's all the same. Cause I see how we're living, nothing really ever makes a difference. I focus on my family, I focus on the mission. And nowadays she wanna spend it with me, yeah. She wanna bend her back and blend it with me. Smoke on that Cali weed, chilling with a G. Yeah, that's why they wanna come and send for me. Can't reply cause I'm busy, can't see. Little pretty wanna D, yeah, she busy like a bee. They won't love it like I do, they won't fuck it like I do. I ain't got, you know it's true, I ain't lying in these tunes.